We're going to Copenhagen tomorrow edition. Now, not only Denmark on the plan, but also many things have happened in the past week, and we are able to share with you lots of our travel plans. Starting off with, like I said, Copenhagen. Pretty excited for that. Do not know what to expect. First time there. We'll only be there for 4 days. But first things first. Cheers, everybody. Drinking a Falcon beer today because it was on sale. Cheers. So, if you know anything about Copenhagen, not the best beer ever, but if you know anything about Copenhagen, let us know because we are going there. Shout out to Carla in the chat with her classic Stella, as well as Alexander Patru. Bunch of green names in the chat. If you would like to have a green name, I would encourage you to get one because they are super cool. Now, listen, we got a bunch of plans to talk about because we are going to Copenhagen tomorrow. We'll take a train over there.
Yes.
Cross the border. Also Schengen, meaning we won't even know we're in a different country. No passport check, just straight over. There must be a bridge, no? I think there's water in between here and Denmark.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm confident about that. So there'll be a train on a bridge with no passport check. We'll be there for about 4 days. We'll certainly do the supermarket tour. Always do that. We'll certainly do a Nyhaven is a cool place to check out in Copenhagen. We'll look into it. We'll probably do like a history section, some museum stuff, as well as some city tour walking around. The weather is starting to warm up here in the Nordic region. Meech hat looks even more like Regs. It is really falling apart. The hole in the back of the Meech hat is this hat is almost dead, but it will never die. I think I'm gonna bring it back to Canada, even if it falls apart. Put it in some glass, you know, and put it in a frame on the wall. Meech hat for life. My dad in the chat, G1100L, shout out. So we'll be in Copenhagen for a few days. We have some travel plans set. After Copenhagen, we will go back to Stockholm for April 21st. Massive derby. Stockholm versus Stockholm in football. Gordon, my team, versus AIK. We've got some drama there because we're going to be cheering for Gordon, who is the away team.
Yeah, I might cheer for the home team.
Imano might switch teams. From what we understand...
I never said Gordon.
True. Okay, we might be a inter-team relationship here. Inter-fan group. From what I understand, the fans in Sweden, in football in general, any country, if you're cheering for the wrong team, you'll get punched in the head. So, to be clear, I'm not starting any fights. I'm not even finishing fights. I'm not participating in any fights. But I'd like to cheer for you, Gordon. After we saw the last game, 3-3, where we scored 3 goals in 10 minutes, that was pretty exciting. So, we'll see if we can cheer quietly, maybe, to blend in. But we will be at the Derby here in Stockholm, which is on April 21st. Now, we've just crossed 100 people in the chat. Shout out to 100 people in the chat. April 22nd will be the second game of the Finnish finals. We got exactly what we wanted, Ivana and I. Tappara versus Pelicans. We wanted this because Tappara, we have all the gear, jerseys, orange sunglasses, everything. And Pelicans is in Lahti, where Ivana can do another check for baby stuff on the check. So the second game of the series is April 22nd. According to my calculations, that game will be in Lahti. So we will be arriving in Lahti April 22nd and going to that game. We should maybe buy tickets now. I don't know how sold out it'll be.
Right.
Maybe after this live stream, we'll buy some tickets. Because we don't want to miss a game. And then after that, we should be able to go to every finals game. Hopefully it goes to 7 games. That's my only intention with the Finnish Liga finals. If it goes to 7 games, we'll see 6 out of 7. From Lahti to Tampere. Back and forth. Which is pretty exciting. Now, after that, we're going to do we got some free time. We got like 2 weeks of free time. And then we're going to end up in Prague, which by then it'll be spring. May should be good weather in Prague.
Hopefully.
I think we'll get good weather in Prague. We will be doing hockey vlogs in Prague. World championships rather. We have purchased tickets at very expensive prices. Toronto Maple Leaf level prices. We got tickets for Canada versus Finland.
Yeah. But
In the round robin.
Love you, Finland. We'll be cheering for
We're cheering for Canada at that point. At that point, it's just maple syrup for life, sorry. Maple syrup for life. Lingonberry stinks. I'm going to make a big sign. Lingonberry tastes bad on a big sign. That'd be amazing. We should do that. A huge sign. Maple
leaf?
syrup
No.
greater than lingonberry.
Maple syrup, yeah.
On a huge sign. Anyway, we'll be at the Canada Finland game. We're not really in the best seats. It was almost sold out already. We're 6 rows up, which unfortunately in this European style is not good seats because they don't get near the glass and you're kind of in that no man's land where you're looking through the glass and looking through the penalty box and stuff. So not great seats, but we are going to Canada Finland, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
And then from there, we will, the big sign. Selmiaki stinks. Selmiaki tastes bad on the big sign. Maybe we'll do it. Yes, so we'll go to that. And then in the quarterfinals, might still be a nothing game. Might be Canada versus, I don't know, some no-namer team. Germany or something, Norway. But then by the semifinals, we're going to get Sweden, Finland, or Sweden, Canada, or something. So we'll be going to games. Even Sweden, USA, we can go. We will go to the finals, semifinals and finals, provided we can get tickets. I think we can. Just gotta be online when the tickets drop, I would guess.
Yeah.
Boom. And so there's all our travel plans. Shout out to Zaki in the chat. We got exactly what we wanted. Tappara. I should say Tappara. No, I should say Tappara versus Lahti. That's perfect for us. And so we'll probably find a way to go back and forth from Tappara and Lahti, whether it's rent a car or take a train or something, and we'll try to do like everyday game day vlog. It's gonna be a nice little.
Mika says Lahti is known to be Chicago of Finland. Why is that? Is it windy?
The Chicago of Finland. What is Chicago known for? Cold, windy, and gun violence.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's
and
not that.
dish pizza.
And deep dish pizza. Okay. Let us know why Lahti is the Chicago of Finland. Mostly the gun violence part. Oh, not great. Not great. Yeah, I think for the finals, because the games are more or less played every other day, I think we'll try and do a vlog in between too. Yeah, it's the violence. Okay, not great. Maybe we'll say that in one of our vlogs.
Nicolas says, just a tip, train will take you there faster and cheaper.
Yeah, maybe we'll do the train back and forth. I think in between each game day, I'd like to do just like a travel day vlog back and forth and post every day. Big ups to you for editing the last Frölunda game immediately after the game. I just went home and crashed. Yeah, shout out to Johan. Normally I would get up early in the morning and edit. The thing is, the Airbnb we're staying in right now, the Wi-Fi upload speed is really slow. So I knew if I edited in the morning, it wouldn't be on YouTube till 5 or 6 p.m. So I thought the best way to do this is just to edit at night. And then once I finish editing at like 3 or 4 in the morning, I press upload and then I went to bed. Mm-hmm. And it still was only uploaded by like 11:30, which means we put it out by 12. But yeah, that's the nature of the job. It's when you gotta work, you gotta work. So we got the video up. What a game too. 7-6, come on. I do wonder, the World Championships hockey might be pretty lame atmosphere.
Maybe.
There's not gonna be dum bum 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 bum. It's gonna be. It might be like quiet in there.
I think so. I don't think there will be any ultras.
No ultras for sure. I wonder if the videos and if the experience will be.
We'll try this first game and see how it is.
We'll try the first game. The tickets were expensive, man. But we got Canada, Finland, and we'll see. Maybe if we get better seats the second time. I think we're gonna have some not great seats. It might be quiet in there. But I think it should be kind of loud. It's hockey fans. It's a nice arena there in Czech Republic. Actually, the more I was looking into Czech Republic hockey, I think I want to do hockey vlogs all the time now because they're so fun. Obviously, all the seasons are ending right now, all the different countries. But Czech Republic has a good league, and I didn't realize Switzerland has a good league in hockey. They have huge arenas and good player salaries in Switzerland, which would be an interesting hockey vlog.
Right.
And even Slovakia, obviously, from Czechoslovakia. Yeah, maybe we'll do some more hockey vlogs next year if the timing is right. I wonder what the second best league in the world is, because when I was a kid, the best league was NHL, and the second best league was the K, Russia. But I wonder if because of what's happening in Russia, players don't want to go there anymore. Is Sweden now the second best league in the world? It might be.
Yeah.
And then Finland number 3.
I think so.
Because when I was a kid, the K was number 2. The Continental Hockey League, which is Russia.
I don't know what's happening there.
I wonder if no, KHL is still number 2. Okay, yeah, it says NHL, KHL, SHL. That's what it was when I was a kid too. NHL, KHL, SHL. I wonder if Canadians and Swedish and Finns don't want to go to Russia to play hockey there. I'm not sure. NHL, KHL, and then Swiss, and then and then Sweden. Yeah, Switzerland. I didn't even realize they had a good league, but I saw some of their stadiums or some of their arenas. They have huge stadiums that hold 15,000 people. Really nice looking.
Yeah.
Are there Swiss players? Do I know Swiss NHL players? I don't think so. Maybe I know them without knowing them.
Maybe.
Something new. Maybe next year we'll do more hockey vlogs. The Finland and Sweden hockey series has been doing so well. It's like, what a gift. What a joy.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it would be so, so...
Switzerland. Also Czech. You can check out their league too.
Czech is good too. I'd say it's KHL, SHL, sorry, NHL, SHL, KHL, then Swiss. Yeah, so Sweden might be number 2. Interesting.
Oh.
How is Ivana feeling?
Pretty good. Thanks. Who us?
Sandy.
Oh, Sandy. Thank you.
Any new reports, Ivana?
Nothing yet. I'm just growing and growing.
The belly is now growing. Very exciting.
I just look at our video from yesterday. I'm like, oh my god, I look big.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so exciting. Dun, 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 dun. The best news ever. Yeah,
no
this.
one is playing in Russia anymore.
Yeah. It's not really good to play in Russia anymore. Yeah, exactly. I could imagine. So maybe Sweden is now the second best league. When are you coming back home to Finland?
In about a week.
April 22nd, we'll be back. Can we see it, Ivana? Do you want to show them, Ivana? Are you
Oh
full?
boy.
Not yet. Okay.
To be fair, I just had pasta, so it might be bigger than how it is.
Ivana made a lovely pasta lunch. Very nice. No, she can't show you yet. She's a bit shy.
I'm shy, but you can see it on our videos.
If the Leafs don't win at least 2 rounds this season, I'm going to get mad. Oh, gosh, the Leafs. Good luck to the Leafs, but they got no chance. I guess they have a chance. I would love to see the Leafs win, but I feel like they're cursed and it could never happen. That's my opinion. Anyway, the hockey series has been so good. It's been such a blessing. And I think the World Championships will be an okay time where well, after that, we'll probably go back to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the end of May or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it ends on May 30, something like that. What have you done in Gothenburg besides hockey? Not too much. We went around a little bit. The weather has been kind of rainy. Today's okay. We went to a place called Haga, which is like the first suburb in Gothenburg. Went to the tower, which is pretty cool. I like these kind of medieval stuff, forts and stuff.
City center.
The city center, of course.
Very nice.
Saw all the pink trees.
Tried the huge cinnamon bun.
Pretty great.
It was okay.
It wasn't anything special. It was big.
I like the normal cinnamon bun better.
Fair.
Sorry, Gothenburg.
Ivana, would you say Finland or Sweden makes a better cinnamon bun? Come on, let's get the hate comments going.
Oh God.
Come on, Ivana, let's start a fight. What do you say, Finland or Sweden? Cinnamon bun.
I think it depends on the store, to be honest. But from the store that I have tried, I like Sweden's better. I like the cinnamon bun at St. Paul's. That coffee shop makes really good cinnamon bun.
The one in Stockholm.
Cardamom buns is okay. It's very good too.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think Sweden has a longer history of baking. Okay, fair. And unsubbed. That's what somebody says. No, I take it back. They're both tied for first place. Yes, we are coming back though. Ivana blocked. Look at Unicorn showing off her Swedish words. Kanelbular.
Kanelbular. You wanna block? Oh boy.
All the Swedes talk about is their fika, so it better be them. Yeah, we had a fika one day. It was nice.
More than once.
More than once
And
we had a fika.
yesterday too.
Could be nice to have coffee in the afternoon.
Yeah. But, wait. I was gonna say, but Swedish coffee is better. It's awesome.
You say Swedish coffee is better.
Yeah.
Oh no, we want the Finnish people to like us. Say something nice. Okay, give me the top 5 things you prefer about Finland over Sweden.
Finnish coffee is too weak for me.
True fact. True fact. Finland got the best salmiakki ice cream.
Yes, that's
They
true.
can win that gold medal. Carla says her favorite is pão de queijo. Brazil, I miss Brazil. Don't mind unicorn. She understands baking as something else. True that. So there you have it, everybody. Simple, lazy day today on Sunday. I tried going to the gym all morning. There's 3 gyms around here. I walked to all of them, and they all say you have to have membership. I go, can I buy a 1-day membership? No. Well, then what the heck? So then I left. 3 gyms in a row. I walked for half an hour. I said, that's my workout today. Best part of Finland is that it's close to Sweden. Oh, snap. I think Finland and Sweden have a relationship similar to Canada and the United States, where in the end we love each other, but there's a bit of a rivalry.
Yes, kind
I was
of.
going to say this. So this beer I'm drinking is 3% because I don't know where the special stores are. I was going to say this in one of the videos. Finding a good beer in Sweden is like finding a good hockey player in the United States. I mean, it's possible, but you really got to look. I was going to say that in one of the videos. And I was like, making fun of the United States is irrelevant to the Swedish and Finnish hockey video. I go, no one's going to get my joke. But I was going to say that in one of the videos. Because we have the same sort of relationship with the States where it's like, we're the same, but a tiny bit different. A beer called Falcon can't be good. It's beer. Not bad. 3%. There's some beer at the store in Sweden. It's like 2.4%. I mean, it's really light beer. I've never tried. I'm assuming it's like just water, like carbonated water. As a Finn, I prefer Sweden over the neighbor from the east. Fair. I understand. Sweden actually makes many things better than us Finns. Okay, fair. Stronger when it comes out than when it goes in, says Zaki. That's funny. Shout out to Alina in the chat. All of our Jet fan members.
Hey, we
saying she's watching the video at 1.75 speed. Oh gosh, I must be flying over on that video. Have you been at System Boulanger? No, we saw one time, but we didn't go inside. The store where you can buy proper beer.
Right.
I can't talk about the beer anymore. It bothers me that fully educated adults cannot be trusted with 5% beer. We have to move on. Easy to be the world's happiest country because we suck at everything. Oh gosh.
What?
If something good happens to us, we're the happiest in the country for 10 more years. Fair.
That is funny, actually.
But it's hard to compare the countries when the other has double the population. Well, this is the same with us in the States. They have like almost 10 times our population. They're like 9.5 times our population. So as much as we compete with them, we can only really beat them in hockey. Go ahead.
What's better in Finland is the hockey arenas. I think Finland got better hockey arenas from where we've been.
Well, the one in Tampere is so nice.
And also in Helsinki.
Helsinki was still nicer than the ones here.
Yeah.
True fact.
Helsinki wasn't that nice, but it was still nicer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fans in Stockholm, Gordon, those are the best fans we saw.
The fans is better here. Yeah.
The fans were crazy.
Yeah.
But the arena in Tampere is by far the best.
Yeah.
That's an NHL quality arena in Tampere.
Right.
The hockey in Finland is surprisingly good. It's not that much slower than Sweden. And you said you couldn't even tell the difference from Sweden to Finland hockey. Same.
Yeah, maybe the same.
From Canadian point of view, can you compare Nokia to any NHL arenas? So I haven't seen very many NHL arenas. I've seen the one in Toronto, obviously. I've seen the one in Tampa Bay also. That one's huge too. I think the ones in the NHL are still bigger. I think Tampere is 20K people. I have a feeling in the NHL it's like 30K. What's Scotiabank? I think it's 40K.
I don't know.
Can you Google it quickly? Scotiabank Arena Wiki here. I think it's 40,000 in Toronto. That could be a bit high though. 40? Maybe 30. Let me check. Give me 1 minute. Scotiabank Arena, which I still call ACC from Air Canada Centre, but that hasn't been the name in 10 years. Scotiabank Arena Wiki. 13K max in Tampere. Okay, fair. I thought it was 20K. Hockey. Okay, in Canada it's 18,000 for hockey. 20,000 with standing room. Maybe that's where I got 20,000 from. Not 20,000 in Tampere, but 20,000 in Toronto. Okay, that's not so different then. Tampere is 13,000. But some of the ones in like smaller towns in Finland or in Sweden would be like 7,000 people or 6,000 people even, according to online. I learned a lot about the NHL from this trip in Europe because the fans. I really admire how the fans are going crazy in Europe compared to the NHL, and I really admire how it's affordable. So like, the working class person could go to many games in a playoff run and really support the team. Whereas in Toronto, it's like your parents will take you to one game, and it's like a big treat. Like in the playoffs, they take you to one game. You don't go to 5 games in the series, or else you're like spending thousands and thousands of dollars. So yeah, I kind of admire what's going on, but it is a different thing because the NHL is huge arenas and it's just a different thing. It's such a bigger show. It's kind of not exactly comparable. Maybe it's more fair to compare like Sweden hockey and Finland hockey to like the AHL in North America, because the NHL is just a different thing. It's just more professional. Some of the arenas are pretty simple. Even the ones here in Sweden.
Right.
Even the way like in front of the boards is like it looks kind of amateur sometimes. It's not the same as the NHL, where it's a huge show. Which team has the best fans? Probably you, Gordon, in Stockholm.
Yeah. Well, someone just said AIK has the best fan.
Oh, we never seen it. AIK. We've heard a lot of good things about AIK. In Europe, they are not called fans; they are called supporters. Okay. We call fans. You know what I mean. I got tickets for Florida Dallas in Nokia Arena. Cool. Yeah, the NHL is playing games in Tampere. Florida and Dallas. Hopefully there's some Finnish players on Florida and Dallas. That would be pretty great for you guys to watch. I'm sure there are. How much is a beer in the NHL? Depends where you're at, Florian. In Toronto, it's crazy expensive. It would be more than over here. I feel like, how much would a beer be in Toronto? I get to guess. Maple Leaf game. $15?
How much was it when we went to football game?
Oh, we went to Toronto FC, the football team. It was crazy, like $12, no?
12?
Something like that, no?
I don't remember. I don't know.
It was a lot, and it would be more in the Leafs.
Yeah.
It would be a lot more in the Leafs. Good
So
question,
maybe
Florian.
Same as Finland, maybe.
Maybe like the same.
Yeah.
I think it's more though.
Really?
I feel like it's like $15.
Maybe.
It's a lot. Are you coming to Finland to watch Tapara finals? Yes, we will be there. We'll miss the first game, unfortunately, because the derby here in Stockholm is must-see TV. But we'll be in Tapara. We'll be in Lahti for the second game, and then we'll follow the teams back and forth, and we will see Tapara win the trophy and lift the Canada Bowl. Tapara. Yeah, we'll be there. And I'm going to show up, honestly. I think this is okay in hockey. I think it's okay to show up. I'm going to wear this hat, okay? I'm going to wear my bright orange jersey. I got my scarf, and I got my orange glasses. And I'm going to show up in that outfit to Lahti.
I think hockey.
In hockey, it's okay. From what I understand, in football, if you dress up and you went to the visiting stadium, they'll beat the crap out of you right there.
Yeah.
Take your pants.
I don't know why.
Make you walk home in underpants.
Yeah.
So
that's where the aggression is. In hockey, the aggression is on the ice.
Yeah.
In football, the aggression is in the supporters.
Yeah. In hockey, you can punch the athletes can punch each other in the head, but the fans are pretty calm.
Yeah.
In football, you act injured the whole game long. You fly on the ground and roll around, but the fans are beating each other in the head.
Yeah.
It's like you can either have violence in the stands or on the playing field, but not
Right.
both. But not both. So probably the fans of UFC are the most friendliest people ever, because they're actually just beating the snot out of each other in there. So the fans are probably so kind. That's my guess.
Oh, one gift membership from Florin.
Oh, shout out Florin. Cheers to you. This Falcon's for you. Kind of a good beer logo, no? Beer can? Come on. Actually, the color of Rapid Bucharest. Oh, good can.
Oh yeah.
Florin
Have
is
you
such a nice
tried-
person. Shout out to Sandy.
Yes.
Have you tried surströmming? No. I'm not sure I will. Ivana might, but I couldn't enjoy it. I'll probably vomit, which is not something I'm trying to do. Alcohol percent 3.5.
They say it's not
I'm not a
in
big boy.
season.
I got my training wheels on. Ho is Hirsch and Forsberg. From Sven. First of all, thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate. I think the question is, who is Hirsch and Forsberg?
I don't know.
I know Forsberg. Peter Forsberg, hockey player,
Okay.
Swedish guy. Do you know Peter Forsberg?
No, I have
Peter
no
Forsberg
idea.
played on Colorado. It could be different. I don't know what the question is. It could be wrong answer, but Peter Forsberg played on Colorado with Joe Sakic and Patrick Waugh. Won a few cups. Hirsch, I don't know. Probably sounds like another Swedish name. No, Hirsch. Potential hockey player? Don't know. I know Peter Forsberg for sure. I know he was on the Swedish national team with Sundin and Alfredsson, and Canada beat them. What else is new? I don't know Hirsch. I think I heard the name before. Is that a goalie name? Corey Hirsch? I might be wrong. Do you know Teemu Selanne? Of course. Of course. I actually met Peter Forsberg on a local golf course a few years ago. Nice. Cool. He's got to be one of the best Swedish players ever. Is there a clear best for Swedish players? Maybe Matt Sundin. Let me know who the best Swedish player ever is. I think for Finland, it's Jari Kurri. Or Teemu Selanne. Will you watch the semifinals today? No, we're chilling in Gothenburg, and we're going tomorrow to Copenhagen. Oh, Nick Lindstrom. Good point. Detroit Red Wings with Fedorov and Yzerman. Nick Lidstrom. Defenseman. Fair. Thoughts on 2022 IHF World Championship final game? I don't remember. To be clear, in Canada, we don't really pay attention to World Championships because we usually prefer Olympics because the Olympics, they take the best players from the NHL. Now, last Olympics in China, they didn't have a deal with the NHL, and I didn't even know the Olympics were on. I don't even know who won that time. I think Finland won. But there was no NHL players, so I don't even remember who, I don't even know one player on the team. Europe is all about football. Fair. Finland, Canada, 6-5. Oh, I don't remember. Sounds like a heck of a game. Best Swedish players would be Forsberg, Lindstrom, and Lundqvist. Oh, fair. Forward, defense, goalie. Fair. Oh, Borje Salming. That was a Toronto Maple Leaf. But that's before my time. How do you compare SHL to Liga? In terms of the hockey, it's pretty similar. I think the SHL is probably better. The one thing I notice is I always watch the goalies because I was a goalie. The goalies in the NHL are just so good. The goalies here are still relatable. They make a mistake.
Yeah.
You know?
He's asking SHL and Liga.
Yeah. That's Swedish in Finland.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said NHL, the goalie in NHL.
Yeah. Let's talk about all three. Tomorrow, go to System Boulanger and get proper beer. No, tomorrow we'll be on the train to Copenhagen. Let us know what to do in Copenhagen. We got one thing was in Nivar. We'll look into that after. First time in Copenhagen. I get mixed up. Denmark, Danish, Dutch, Holland, Amsterdam. What's going on with these countries? It's very confusing, no?
Amsterdam is the city in
But Holland is also not a country.
Netherlands.
The Dutch
Holland
come from Netherlands.
Holland is part of Netherlands.
And the
no?
Dutch, not to be confused with Dutchland, Germany.
Yes.
Ay caramba.
I used to confuse Sweden with Switzerland.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, it always blows my mind that the country has its own name in its own language. That makes so obvious sense. But every time I hear a country, like in Sweden, it's called Sverige. You know that?
No.
Sweden is called Sverige. Svierge. Every time I see someone, the name of the country, I think it's so obvious they have their own name, but I always think, man, it always blows my mind. Why is no more Just Jet Fam Live Sundays? Oh, yeah, I guess we got away from Jet Fam Live, didn't we?
Oh.
Thank you so much for your donation, Unicorn.
Yeah, Unicorn. It's because we're posting a lot of hockey, and I don't think the Jet Fam doesn't really follow hockey. So if we talk about hockey on a Sunday, no one might want to hear us.
We haven't done the Jet Fam in a while. The Jet Fam members only. That's what she means, right? Members only.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. We could bring it back. I think we kind of stopped. We were testing it out for a bit.
Maybe in Canada we'll bring it back.
We get a lot more people watching. But we did pick up more members the other way. People would join just to talk on a live stream. Maybe we'll bring it back. We're still learning as we go, Unicorn. You will have more Jet Fam subscribes. Yeah, you might get more members on members only.
Maybe
But you
next
get
week.
more talk rate. It's what's good about opening the live stream to everybody is you get more comments, which makes it easier to talk about. Easier things to
More
talk
exciting.
about. Yeah.
Next week we can do.
I'll put a post out this week,
Members only.
and I'll ask the members what they prefer. We'll put a poll on members.
Yeah.
Should we do members only or not?
Yeah.
We'll just do what they say.
Yeah, we can go back to members only next week.
You want
I
to?
don't mind it.
Okay, you can.
We'll see. It might only be half an hour because we have less to talk.
Yeah, you get 10.
But-
You get only a few comments a minute, and you really gotta
Yeah.
have things prepared. When it's open to everybody, you can just go for it, freestyle. For anyone who's not sure what's going on,
Might be a shorter life.
we used to do live every Sunday like we do now,
Yeah.
but we only let members talk in the chat, so the green names only. And so one of our members was saying, "Hey, what happened to we called Jet Fam Live or Jet Fam Sunday?" Maybe we'll bring it back next week. We'll lose some chat rate, but we'll gain some more members maybe. New donation. Thank you so much, Sven. This Falcon is for you. Kenta Nilsson. Must be a hockey player. I never heard the name.
And it's also, we still have our members, but they're not as active anymore. You know, on the chats, on the live streams.
Maybe on members only they talk more because there's no one talking.
Yeah, maybe.
There could still be. So quite often there's people watching who don't talk at all. Like we've had members for 3 years almost, 2.5 years members, and they don't really say anything.
Yeah.
They're just silent members, who we still appreciate the same. Anyway, maybe next week we'll do it. We'll ask the members what they want to do. Unicorn, we're following. I'm following what you guys want. The non-members are all saying you should keep it non-members. Cold beer or room temperature beer?
Oh, we'll try
Ay caramba, always cold beer. If you go to Brazil, you'll get the coldest beer you ever had in your life. And this is why Brazil is one of the best countries. Oh my gosh, Ken is speaking Bahasa. Steve, coba ngomong Bahasa Indonesia dong. I don't know any of those words. I know Bahasa Indonesia is the only words I know. What's coba?
Try.
Try. Ngomong.
Speak.
I didn't even know speak. I didn't even know how to say speak. Steve, try speaking Indonesian. Well, I can't even read it, so obviously I'm failing.
Yeah.
My Duolingo, Ken, my Duolingo is at an all-time low. I haven't been on it 2 weeks. I'm never going to learn the language. I decided what I'm going to do. When the baby is born, I'm going to buy Indonesian children's books and read the books to them. And then as they learn, I'll learn with them.
Ken is better than Indonesian.
Ken for sure went to Google Translate and just copied and pasted Ivana.
Oh, this is not Google Translate Bahasa. It's a everyday Bahasa.
Oh my gosh. He's fluent. Or maybe he's sitting beside an Indonesian person.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. I'm still learning, Ken. The problem with Duolingo is it teaches you such nonsensical things about like, this is my brother-in-law. I'm like, I don't need to learn the term brother-in-law. Who needs to? Who would ever say that? You know?
Yeah.
I need to learn like, hey, what's up? Speak. You know? Shout out to Ken Abroad in the chat. One of our closest YouTube friends. Hey, did you visit any pubs in Tampere? Not really. We only went to Sipikuwat, which was the spicy wing place, which was pretty good, although a bit soupy. Spicy chicken wing soup. Meech. Yeah, the baby will be Meech. Meech.
Romanian name.
Meech. Favorite band? Do you listen to music? I listen to music. What's your favorite band, Ivana?
Hmm?
Favorite band?
My favorite band? I don't think I have one.
Hard to say. I like country and I like rock and roll. Red Hot Chili Peppers are pretty great, although from what I understand, the Red Hot Chili Peppers have a very bad live show. And this is why they never got very popular.
Really?
Because the way that guy's voice sounds so good, he has like a very hard voice, kind of rapping in that. Apparently live, it doesn't sound nearly as good. That's what I heard about Red Hot Chili Peppers, and so that's why they never like on CD. It's because they can try again and again and again and again. They make the most beautiful record, but live, it's just him screaming. It sounds terrible.
Right.
That's what I heard. But Red Hot Chili Peppers so good. Also Kid Rock so good. Also Eminem so good. Also a band from Toronto called Metric so good. I would say I mostly listen to all music, except I don't know that much about the newer stuff, like the what do you call this music? EDM.
Right.
Swedish House Mafia. I know them. I think they're old though.
Oh. Yeah, Sweden is known for their EDM.
Swedish House Mafia.
They got Swedish.
Am I young and trendy?
And they got Avicii.
Avicii.
All the big names in EDM.
Yeah, they got EDM.
So Sweden is the EDM capital.
Ivana, what your parents actually said when you showed Steve to them for the first time? Okay, Steve, this is a good question. Your parents met me for the first time, okay? And then I left the room, or I left. I went home or something, okay? And now you're with your parents, and you're talking about me, obviously. What did your parents say? Are you sure, Ivana? Have you thought this through?
No.
What did they say?
They just asked what you like and you don't like. I said, he doesn't like fish. He only eats chicken.
He only eats chicken. For sure, the hardest part of our relationship, the learning curve, was the food. Ivana's family is eating everything, and I really prefer chicken. I'll go for beef. I can do pork, but when it comes to fish with the eyeballs, it's a lot. You're marrying a goalie? If the baby was a girl, what would you name her? Want to tell the names yet or no?
We should be surprised.
Surprise the names. We got the boy's name and the girl's name picked out.
Yeah.
First name, second name, and last name. Sweden is the third largest music exporter in the world behind the USA and UK. Wow, I wonder what makes Swedish people so musical.
Also, ABBA is from here.
Oh, you know what I wanted to... Oh, ABBA. ABBA's one of the top bands. ABBA's the best, man. How about Ace of Base? I think Ace of Base are from Sweden, too.
Really?
I think Ace of Base are from Sweden.
Ah.
I might have made that up.
I don't know.
Listen, guys. If you're European and you're watching this, I want to talk about this. Because I'm willing to learn, okay? I'm willing to learn. But I think I am... I think I'm anti-bike lanes. Or this is what I think. I think the bike lanes should be on the road. I am walking around Gothenburg, and there's bike lanes, and there's bikes going, and you're always, no matter where you walk, you're in the way of a bike. We don't bike that much.
Yeah, true.
I understand biking is a good phenomenon.
In Copenhagen.
I'm sick of the bikes. Enough with the bikes. Put the bikes on the road. They're like cars. You're trying to walk. Listen, if you're trying to walk down the road in Gothenburg, just trying to walk down the road. You gotta get a PhD in walking because there's paint everywhere, and there's intersections of walking path and biking path, and you gotta put your turn signals on. I think the bikes should be on the road. It's a very North American opinion, but let me know about the bike lanes because you can't even walk around. People are giving me the bell, giving me the hand, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, is this not the place to walk? I think bike lanes on the roads are less safe. Interesting. I agree. Bikes should be in the roads, not with the pedestrians, says Florin. Yes. I think walking is the basic unit of movement, and we gotta build a society for the walkers. The bikes... I think I'm gonna get in an argument with the bikes in Copenhagen because they're going so fast and they're cutting people and they're swerving all around, and I'm just trying to walk. Even if you try to stop and take a photo of a nice building, which is your right as a person in the city, stop here on the sidewalk and take a picture of a nice tree. the bikes are swerving around you and looking at you like, what are you stopping for? And it's like, I'm walking here, man. I think I'm anti-bike lane. Pro-bike, anti-bike lane on the sidewalk. Might be the wrong analysis because I think the Europeans are biking a lot more than the North Americans. We're not a nation of bikers over there. But man, in Gothenburg, you can't even walk on the street. You can't walk on the sidewalk. There's bikes going everywhere. Are you coming back to Tampere? Yes.
There's some bands from Sweden. Roxette. You know Roxette?
I heard of it.
Ace of Base. The Cardigan.
Ace of Base.
Yeah.
From Sweden.
The Cardigan.
Oh, the Cardigans. I know that. I know. Yep.
Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Sabaton.
Don't know.
Max Martin.
Don't know. I'm the oldest fart who ever lived. I don't know any of these bands. I know Ace of Base. Ace of Base has I Saw the Sign.
Yeah.
That's a great song. Pro tip, don't walk on the bike lane, problem solved. True that, but it's impossible to know which is the bike lane and which is not the bike lane. They have lanes.
They have sign.
But the sign is every 300 meters.
Yeah.
If you enter the new intersection, enter the new road, you got to guess for a bit, and you're getting the hand and the bell. I might include this in a video, but I think the bike should be on the road. The question is biking more like driving or is biking more like walking? It's not like walking. I think biking is more like driving. If roads have lanes, you should keep space. The trouble is, I think if you put the bikes on the road, you have accidents with cars, which is not good.
Yeah.
Max Martin is the second best-selling producer of all times after the Beatles producer. Oh, I didn't know that. Bike is dangerous for pedestrians. That's what I'm saying. Agree.
Take people's phone away.
The phone also adds another aspect to it. And being a tourist, if you're lost and you're kind of wandering somewhere, it's a disaster out there with the bikes. ABBA forever, says Carla.
Everyone's loving ABBA.
There's a song by ABBA called Gimme, Gimme, Gimme a Man After Midnight. Mm-hmm. What a song. I love that one. On the sidewalk, everyone knows where is for pedestrian and where is for the bike. Yeah, I haven't figured it out yet. I was walking on the bike lane. I was getting yelled at. Horoscopes, Ivana and Steve. Steve sounds like a Gemini. I will say this about the horoscopes. Every time someone guesses my horoscope, they're wrong.
I think you got multiple personalities.
Really? It's not a great thing. Well, keep guessing. Because if you get 5 guesses and don't get them right, then guess 5 times for me and guess 5 times for Ivana. Love the yellow shirt supporting Skellefteå today. No. This is Malaysia. Malaysia football jersey.
Black and yellow.
Black and yellow. Reading the palm is correct. I would like to do palm reading one day.
Someone did in Malaysia, remember?
Oh man, according to my palm reader, I'm gonna be rich in what, 3 more years, no?
That was, he said 10 more years, but that was how many years ago?
Oh, that was last year. Yeah. So probably 8-9 years I'll be rich.
Yes.
Easy money. Palm reader told me. Steve has his own horoscopes. It's fun man. Yes, I'm fun man. Half unicorn, half fun man. Oh, almost blocked somebody by accident. Maybe I'm mean, but I've always wanted to throw a stick in the wheel of a bike to see it flip.
That's so mean.
That's funny. It's right out of the movie Billy Madison with Adam Sandler. It's the opening scene. He flips the bike over. It's very funny. Oh, yeah. Cheers, everybody. Live stream Sunday.
Funny why it's mean.
I think I'll save my, I think in the Copenhagen vlog, I'm going to do a vlog about bike lanes. I don't know if it'll resonate with the European people. I don't know if the Europeans know that in Canada, we're not riding bikes nearly as much. Like, if you go bike riding, you go somewhere to ride a bike. You don't ride a bike in the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even have a bike lane. We have the cars and the walking.
Yeah. In some parts they have, but it's not really.
I mean...
But it's on the road.
The bike lane's on the road.
Yes.
what I
The
mean.
bike lane is on the
Over
road.
here
They share it with cars.
I think in Copenhagen they have more
Canada.
bikes, right?
Yeah.
I can get some good footage because over here in Gothenburg, there are some intersections where the paint on the ground makes no sense. Arbitrary lines, and there's like literally left-hand turn lanes for walking. You're walking on the road, and all of a sudden the walking path goes into two areas, and one of them is a left-hand turn lane, and one of them is a straight path, and I'm just walking. And I'm like, do I have to put a signal on and change lanes as I'm walking? Like, it's great. I never saw anything like it before. I think I'll do a little section of the video in Copenhagen because I think it'll be even more over there. I was positively surprised by Toronto, finding it very walkable. Yeah, we walk or drive in Canada. Really, if you want to go bike riding, you go on the trail or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tip: rent bikes in Copenhagen. It's the best way to get around there. Maybe I will, and that'll make sense for my little bike lane section. So bikes are not really a commuting method in Canada. Not really commuting, no. If you're going to work, you're taking a car. You're taking a car.
Subway.
The subway, public transport. But you're not biking to work. That would be unique.
Not really.
If somebody biked to work, I'd be like, wow, he's biking to work. That's different.
I think that's more of a European thing.
And that's a European thing. Ban all bikes, says Aegis. Hi, welcome to our country. I think you can stay now. Yeah, I'm happy you found a stronger one. Yeah, I'm drinking the 3.5% today, but I did find the good beer in the hockey arena. It's funny, that's what everyone knows. Whenever I see a friend in the hockey arena, they go, hey, I saw your videos, man. I go, cool, thanks for watching. And they go, hey, did you find any good beer yet? That's the first question. Probably has to do with the size of the cities as well. Yes, true fact, Jens. You're right about that. Because Europe is such an older... The cities are so much older that they're built very close together. In Canada, we have so much space, we just build everything that way. It's not so tightly congested. But it's nice in Europe. All the old towns, all the cobblestones. Pretty great.
What's the temperature here? Maybe 10?
Maybe 10.
10 today?
Something like that. Don't know if it was this summer or next, but Air Canada will have direct flights between Stockholm and Toronto.
Oh, that's awesome.
Every week, and Stockholm, Montreal. Cool.
That's good. Because right now, flight back to Toronto if you fly directly from here or Finland, it's expensive.
So interesting that we came to Finland like a month ago or more now, and we didn't know what to expect. Figured we'd do some hockey videos, and now we're gonna be up here in the Nordics in basically the worst weather. We're gonna be here for months, having a great time. The hockey videos just did so well.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. Cheers, everybody. Which one feels more like Canada, Sweden or Finland, and why? Great question. Hard to say. Let me think. What do you say, Ivana?
Like Canada? I think Finland.
Me too.
Finland feels more like Canada.
The question is why?
I think just the city and also the nature. Like it feels like Ontario, especially we're from Ontario. It feels like Ontario with the nature and everything.
I also think Finnish people are
More relaxed.
more curious.
More curious.
Like if you go to a Finnish store, whether it's buying a beer at the bar or buying groceries or taking the bus, take the person at this public transport, whenever you're talking to a Finnish person, they will start to speak Finnish. And then I'll say, no, I don't speak Finnish. And then they'll say, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. Where are you from? From Canada. Oh, cool. You know? They make a conversation. In Sweden, they speak Swedish. And I go, sorry, I don't speak Swedish. And they go, okay. And I go, one beer, please. And they go, fine. You know? They don't, oh, where are you from? You know?
Right,
I feel like
right.
Finland maybe has less tourists. So they're more curious about tourists. Or Sweden has more tourists, and they're like, oh,
Maybe
just
that's
another
why.
tourist. They're not
But
impressed.
also in Sweden, city feels more European. Like Old Town feels more European than Canada.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Something about Finland I really liked. I really loved it.
Mm-hmm. Also Sweden too.
Sweden also good. Not saying anything bad about Sweden, but Finland had a special, you know? Something about Finland was very good. Had a good feeling. It felt very familiar.
Also, barbecue in a cottage. That's a very Canadian.
Barbecue at the cottage.
Thing, you know, and Finnish people likes that.
Lots of Finnish people.
Except we don't have sauna in our cottages.
True fact.
That's the only difference.
Lots of Finnish people also moved to Canada many centuries ago. Oh, fair. So we got some. Yeah, I heard that too, actually. So we got some connection. We got a huge comment here in Serbian. Zdravo, brate. I might need Unicorn to translate this one.
What is it?
I don't know. Big Serbian comment. What are the El Nino? What's El Nino?
What is?
These are the El Nino years. El Nino's a weather phenomenon, no?
I don't know.
Don't know. Yeah, we Finns are like that for English-speaking persons, but not for other Finns. Oh, interesting. Yeah, notice even if like I was out somewhere and speaking English, people in Finland were curious about like, oh, where are you from? Kind of nice thing. Ontario is amazing. I was canoeing in Ontario, only with a canoe and a tent.
Mm-hmm.
Ontario National Park. Yeah, that's the best, man. That's so great. I think we'll do some camping videos this
Summer.
this summer when we're back.
We'll see.
Think so?
Maybe.
Camping 8 months pregnant. That's a
Oh
good
my
idea.
gosh.
That's a good idea. You can swim. You can do your life jacket, but you can't do up to the middle part because the middle part's too big. You just do up the top of the life jacket and the bottom, and the belly bursts out the life jacket. Can Ivana? Can. Kisses from Belo Horizonte. Shout out. Shout out.
Yeah, I got.
We gotta go back to Brazil soon enough. We gotta bring our baby to Brazil. Another serve on the chat. You says Unicorn. Shout out.
More than one, I think. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
What if the baby comes early, like tomorrow? If the baby comes tomorrow, we are gonna have to scramble.
Then we go to emergency room.
Yeah, we scramble.
Oh boy.
I think Swedes are more connected to mainland Europe and Finland. Oh, maybe that's right. Maybe that's right. Finland is interesting. Also, Finland, the thing is that sometimes the first country you go to of the region is the most memorable. Like, Finland was the first time in Nordic anywhere.
Yeah.
So maybe if it just got the advantage of being first, it's like, oh, Finland, wow. You know?
Yeah. Is Sweden like older city? Like Stockholm Old Town. Is it older than Helsinki Old Town?
No idea. Same, probably. Same. Similar.
Because it felt like older here.
Feels older over here.
Or, you know, like other than the Viking stuff and outside of that, it feels it got a lot of history from the buildings and stuff.
Fair. Sweden, honestly, I will say this in favor of Sweden because I've been preferring Finland the whole time. I will say this. In terms of capital cities, Stockholm and European capital cities, Stockholm is an amazing place.
Yeah. Stockholm is very nice.
In terms of tourism, I think Stockholm will beat Helsinki. And things to do, general
Like,
tourist attraction.
Yeah, like
It's pretty
traveling-
great place.
traveling between Sweden and Finland, I feel like I'm traveling more when I'm in Sweden. Like in Sweden, I feel like I'm in a different country.
Yeah,
I feel
wow, yeah.
Wow, it's Sweden. You
Finland
know?
is very familiar, very home.
Yeah, Finland feels like home.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Stockholm could be, like, you have to think, we were in Stockholm in, like, early April. It's, like, one of the worst times to be there, and it was an impressive place. It was a nice capital city. They got so much water all around, all these different islands. It's pretty special.
Oh yeah, Stockholm is older.
Stockholm was older.
Mm.
Yeah, learning the history over there, doing the Vasa Museum. Stockholm is a nice place. It really is a nice place. I am interested in about, like... Yeah, it's interesting. Lots going on in the world, you know? Finland, Sweden, and Gotland are the three crowns. Oh, so they were kind of one empire before, maybe. Makes sense. Finns built up Gothenburg. Finns are a huge minority in Gothenburg. Oh, cool. Gothenburg is also a nice city. It's interesting. It's the second biggest city in the country,
Sweden, yeah.
and yet it feels like a small town. Not a small town, let's be honest. But it doesn't have like high rises in the same way that like, I mean, there's only 10 million people in Sweden, so it's not the same like an Asian country where they have 200 million people, and this and the second biggest city is like all skyscrapers. It's a different. It's a different thing. It has a unique feel in Gothenburg. Actually, a bunch of nice buildings that are all like 4 stories or 5 stories tall with a nice facade. All the streets. Gothenburg is pretty beautiful too.
Yeah, it's surprisingly beautiful. More beautiful than I thought it would be. Because I thought Gothenburg, what is there to do there? I thought it was going to be a very boring city.
True.
But it's not. It's pretty.
If you were gonna live in Stockholm, Gothenburg, or Helsinki, Tampere, where you live, 4 cities, the 2 capitals and
I
the 2
like
others.
Helsinki.
Whoa.
I like Stockholm too, but what I like about Helsinki is I like the food options there.
The food options.
You know, I like the buffet lunch in
Helsinki.
in Finland, yeah.
The
Especially
sushi lunch.
Yeah, sushi.
Whoa, that
lunch
was
is
good.
good.
Fair.
I think Helsinki.
What was it? Both Swedish and Finnish food are not so special. Just okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good though. It's pretty like it's kind of like Christmas food.
It's like holiday food.
Yeah.
Mashed taters and meat, pretty good. But it's not so. It's so familiar that it's not so travel. Like
Right,
wow,
right.
what a unique recipe. But they're nice places to explore. Finland was such a nice place to explore.
Yeah. But yeah, Stockholm, the city is very nice.
Oh,
In
it's a
terms
great
of-
place.
In terms of beauty, maybe Stockholm is better.
Uh-huh.
But to live, I prefer Helsinki.
Got it.
Yeah.
There you have it, guys. This preference of Finland over Sweden is music to my ears. You have no idea. Just being honest. Also, it could be because we went there first. That could be a small reason. Because what an eye-opening experience. I mean, we had no idea what to expect. We made this hockey video, and it went so popular, and I was like, oh, great. Just great. Finnish food, better than it looks. That sounds about right. It looks pretty
True.
simple. Some food looks like some food, especially like Asian food sometimes, it's like bright orange and like curry, and it's like so you can smell it from across the room. Wow. Finnish food is like taters, meat, lingonberry.
Right.
Simple, but quite good.
Yeah, and also Swedish and Finnish food, they're similar, I find.
For me, almost the same.
Very similar.
Almost the same. I can't tell the difference that much.
They both love mashed potatoes.
Yeah, meatballs.
Herrings, meatballs.
What do you think about Brazilian food? Oh, I love Brazil. Brazilian food is all different because Brazil is so big country, so they have different parts to it. But Brazil is the best country for travel for me still. I miss Brazil. Ivana will put on Brazilian music and we'll listen to a 3 hours playlist on a Sunday afternoon. Brazilian music,
Yeah.
and then we'll dance.
Unicorn is asking, would you rather live in cold or warm state? Warm.
Yeah, I'd rather go warm.
Yeah.
I'm a bad Canadian. I don't love.
Same. This is the first year in like, I don't know, 5 or 4 years that we spent winter in actual cold countries.
Yeah, this is the coldest I've been in 5 years.
Yeah.
Once we started traveling, both Ivana and I agreed
Before
we should travel to somewhere where it's warm all
Yeah.
the time.
Before, the coldest we've been was Brasov.
Yeah, the coldest part of Romania.
And then we
One of the coldest parts in Europe, I
Then we
think.
got to China, to Harbin, minus to Kazakhstan, minus
Kazakhstan
30.
was minus 30.
Like what?
Yeah, that was crazy. That was fun too, though.
Yeah.
Hi Rapid. Hi Rapid. Hi Rapid. Shout out to Bogdan. Have you visited Finnish sauna yet? We did once. I did once. Ivana wasn't doing it because she wasn't sure if it was good when she's pregnant. Although tons of people said it's actually so good when you're pregnant. But it was unclear, and Ivana said I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
So Ivana didn't go, but I did once.
Well, maybe I'll do it when we go back to Finland.
Honestly, you can see that Finland was part of Sweden for hundreds of years. Influence can be Sweden everywhere. I believe it. It would be like me being from Canada. I can see the difference from Canada and the United States. But if someone from Finland came to Canada and the United States first time, they might say, oh, it's almost the same. It's like, because it's the first time there, you can't see all the nuance necessarily. So for me, Sweden and Finland are very similar.
Plus
And
one
I-
from
Florin. Cheers, brother. I'll get one more beer.
Multimin.
There's an accent on the T, Ivana. Mulțumim.
Say the same thing.
Oh, I can't speak Romanian at all.
Someone is asking how come we're skipping Norway?
Um,
It's the hockey.
because they can play hockey. No, yeah. If so,
Are
the
they
thing
good
is,
at hockey?
they're in the World
No?
Championships.
Okay.
But the thing isn't in hockey. It's not.
It's not very.
You got 5 teams basically. You got Canada, Sweden, and Finland. USA.
Yeah.
Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Now, typically Russia, but they're not.
Yeah.
They don't play no more. Not allowed. So other than Russia being out, it's 5 teams now. Like if a team other than those 5 wins the championship,
Yeah.
it would be unbelievable.
Right.
And even then, probably not Czech Republic. It's probably one of 4 teams: Sweden, Finland, Canada, USA. Cheers, everybody. This Falcon's for you.
Mary Travels is here.
Shout out.
He's asking, are you ready for Dutch food? We might change our plans. We don't know yet. We'll update you.
We'll let you know. We've been having some good success with the hockey videos, and so we're trying to ride this ship until it hits an iceberg. Trying to take it as far as we can go. But yeah, we'll talk more. We appreciate all your offer and everything. Yvonne, is this cool? Be honest.
Not really.
What do you mean? Look again.
I didn't see it clearly.
Yvonne, the thing about Ivana is she really has no fashion sense. I mean, I love the woman, but when it comes to style, it really is my ballpark. You know, my wheelhouse. You look funny, Steve. See, Unicorn gets it. Cheers, everybody. Norway is just a thread on the map, like a border country. I've said this for years. Norway is the European Chile.
Ah, like in South America, Chile?
You saw that now?
Why?
Because Chile is a strip. And Norway is a strip.
Okay. Huh.
That's the whole joke, Ivana. That's all I got. So I take it that you will be visiting Lahti now? Yes. Hope it doesn't kill your view of Finland. Okay, so Lahti is the Craiova of Finland.
Yes.
Craiova is
Better be ready.
Craiova is the place in Romania where it's all gangsters over there. Gangsta City. Gangsta City in Craiova. Not in a good way, Steve. Unicorn. She's right, you know. Man.
What is it?
Fashion is a synonym with Steve. Thank you. Florin gets it. Are you gonna watch the hockey finals between Gordon and Byrnes? No, because Steve looks like a modern Viking. Thank you. Nick gets it. Tomorrow we're going to Copenhagen, which is in Denmark. Did you know the Danish pastry comes from Danish?
Comes from Denmark?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
You told me that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm asking them if they knew. Danish pastry. They short formed it to call it a Danish.
Yeah. Comes from Denmark.
That's pretty great. I didn't know that. Lucky them. Danish.
Now, what do Swedish people think of Denmark?
Pause. The Danish pastry comes from Vienna, Austria.
What?
Ivana, you're telling me fake news.
How? Why is it called not Austrian pastries?
Should we call it an Austrian?
Yeah.
Can I have an Austrian and a coffee? Thanks. 2 Austrians to go. No, but I thought Danish. See, Tapio gets it. Steve, the word is a clue. Danish. I didn't realize it came from. Interesting. Maybe it's from Austria. Copenhagen has more higher prices than Sweden.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna do a supermarket video there
It's
because
expensive. I'll even look up. Even the hotels are expensive. And then I look at the food at the restaurants.
oh
they're
yeah, it's gonna be
expensive.
McDonald's for breakfast and McDonald's for lunch. Even then, it's probably not cheap. It's gonna be skip breakfast, skip lunch, buffet for dinner. One meal per day.
It's gonna be like we buy a loaf of bread
No.
with peanut butter. That's
Okay, that's good. Loaf of bread and peanut butter, or pasta and olive oil. That's the whole dinner.
We got no kitchen.
We got no kitchen in our place.
No, we got a small room for more than $120.
$125 for no kitchen?
Yeah, small room.
Oh, what's it cost for the kitchen? You probably save money on the kitchen because you got to go out every meal now.
That's why I said. What
Skip
it costs for a kitchen is double that.
$240 for a kitchen. Oh, crikey. Yeah, we're going to go broke in Denmark.
That's why we're only staying for like, I don't know.
4 days.
5 days or 4 days. Yeah.
4 days. Ivana, any food cravings happening because of your pregnancy?
I crave for sweet stuff.
Yeah. She'll say, Steve, I must have cheesecake. No. You hate cheesecake. Carrot cake.
I love carrot
She
cake.
craves carrot cake sometimes.
What did I want to the other day? Just cake in general.
You like cake. Or cookies sometimes.
Yeah.
Peanut butter cookies. Ooh.
Oh.
The Danish recipe, however, is different from the Viennese one. And it has developed into a Danish specialty. Okay, so it was an Austrian thing. The Danish perfected
Make
it.
Popular.
And they stole the name. Like French fries.
Right.
Right? Everyone thinks they're from France. Everyone knows French fries are from Canada. Not really. In Copenhagen, go to Nyhavn Harbor. Okay.
Is that the right way to pronounce it? Nyhavn?
Probably not, but I know the spelling. I'll Google it after. Unicorn says she's been pregnant her whole life. Craving for sweets.
Okay.
French fries are from Belgium. Yes, that was my joke. They're not from Canada. Denmark looks like a baby's skin. Smooth with no bumps.
What? What does that mean?
I'm not sure, but it sounds intriguing. It's very provocative. I think he means like the reputation. Oh, maybe Danish people. Their skin is smooth.
The skin?
I think so. I know that the goalie for the Leafs, Freddie Anderson, was Danish. I think of Danish people, I think they're very polite.
I have no idea what Danish people are.
I would think a Danish person is very polite. I wouldn't think they'd be swearing or even talking loudly. Quiet. Tall and gentle. I would describe Danish people as tall and gentle, having met 0 Danish people.
Tall and gentle. The Swedes will think otherwise.
Will you go to Amsterdam? No plans yet. To be clear, Amsterdam is in Netherlands.
Yeah.
You might get mixed up like I did with Danish and Dutch. That's so been confusing. Because Gothenburg was built by the Dutch.
Yeah. Gothenburg actually was built by the Dutch the same time the Dutch built Batavia or Jakarta, where I came from. And they said they have like similar
Yes.
layouts and everything.
So the layout of Gothenburg is the same as Ivana's hometown, Jakarta.
Yeah.
Because they're both built by the Dutch. And that for like at least a day and a half, I was like, yeah, the Dutch, the Danish. And I was like, wait a second. The Dutch are not the Danish. And so just for some reason, it was built by the Dutch. I forget exactly why, but we didn't include it in our video because it was too confusing. Danish people are great as long as you're not doing business with them. Uh-oh.
Why?
No, that is Norway. Okay, Norway are tall and quiet. Danish is loud and always drunk. Oh, so Danish are the hooligans. It's very funny, and I don't know if you guys know this, but in Canada, most people look at the UK, we look at them as very sophisticated and proper. Then I came to Europe, and people say, no, UK people are always drunk, and they're hooligans, and they're football crazies. And the UK reputation in Europe is totally different than the UK reputation in Canada. If I hear someone speak with a British accent, I think this guy's probably got 4 PhDs. So smart. So brilliant, you know? Sounds very sophisticated accent. And other people in Europe go, no, they come for football parties and break everything. And I go, oh, really? UK is the Florida of Europe. That's great. UK tourist is a drunk tourist. Yeah, see? I think of UK people as like, just like playing polo and riding a horse and saying like, you know, do you reckon? Like so clever people, you know? And then all across Europe, they're like, no, they just come over and watch football games and they break all the park benches and they put beer cans everywhere. And I'm like, really? I didn't know that. The upper class accent makes them sound sophisticated. Yeah, something about UK people, every time I meet them, I go, they're so sharp. They're so smart, you know?
They sound smart.
They sound right.
Yeah. When I visited Canada, I was surprised by somewhat the deep mental gap between Canadians and Quebecois. You mean the English-speaking Canadians?
Yeah. It's hard to have a country that speaks two languages. It doesn't really work that often. In Canada, I think it's working fine. There's a bit of a gap there. There's not the best relationship, but I mean, it is a funny question. What makes a country? Quite often, what makes a country is a language.
True.
Especially in Europe. If you got yourself a language, you got yourself a country. Maybe except like, what's the region in Spain? That's the only one that has.
But isn't England and Ireland, they all speak English?
True. Sometimes there's even more countries than that, but like, it's very rare to have a country speak two languages. Maybe Belgium has multiple languages, but for the most part,
Yeah.
you got yourself a language. You got yourself a country. Would you consider moving to Sweden? Probably not. It's very expensive. And honestly, I am a bad Canadian. I prefer hot.
Yeah.
I would live in like on the equator. I'd live in like Oman or something where it's a desert. I'm ready to sweat. Switzerland has more than one language too. True. French, Italian, German. Yeah. I heard. Tell me if this is true, because my European history is about 4 out of 10. I heard the reason Switzerland exists as a country is because through the mountains there, they had roads train tracks and roads, right? And they thought if there's a war and somebody bombs those train tracks and roads, there'll be no trade from east and like it's the main connecting point. So they said let's make them a country and make them neutral so that no matter what happens in the war, we can always drive across the mountains. That's what I heard. Tell me if that's true, because I could be totally wrong. It's one of those things you hear in a bar and you go, yeah, that sounds right, but you don't even know if it's right or not. When I come to Greece on vacation, all the UK tourists are drunk, loud, and crazy. Yeah, I've heard this more than a few times.
Especially when there's a football game going on.
Yeah, exactly what we heard. See you. Thanks for the live show and stay safe. Bye, Miko. As a Finn, Sweden has the nicest summers out of all countries, in my opinion. Wow. Short, no? 3 months of summer?
I don't know.
2 months of good weather? Something like this?
I think it's probably similar to Toronto or Canada.
I think I'm further north up here.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
So a little bit, maybe like more like Winnipeg.
Maybe. Oh, Winnipeg has a shitty weather.
That's what I'm saying. 3 months. Fair. Cheers, everybody. Britain is still a class society. You might be familiar with the posh upper class, and the European knows the lower caste drunkards. Yeah, I think so. Saying someone is from UK is like saying someone is from South America. Oh, it's not a country. UK is not a country. You should say...
What countries are in the UK?
I don't even know. My geography is so bad. There's England. Okay. Scotland. Now, I think there's 2 countries, Ireland and Northern Ireland. Isn't Northern Ireland a country? I don't even know if Northern Ireland is a country. And then we got Wales, and then there's something called the Isle of Man. You heard of that? And their flag is 3 legs. Have you seen this? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
There's a country called the Isle of Man, and their flag is 3 legs in a circle.
I've never seen that.
I think that's real. No one knows all the ways UK can be dissected. Northern Ireland's in UK. So first question, is Northern Ireland a country? I think it is. Wasn't there like a war in Ireland about like the...
I don't know.
I don't know either.
UK is England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland.
And Wales.
No.
Yeah. Do you want to hear a joke about Wales?
Oh yeah, Wales.
Do you want to hear a joke about Wales?
What?
Okay, so there's guys at the bar, right? And these 2 guys are at the bar. Okay, these 2 guys are having a beer. And then there's 2 girls over there. And they want to go talk to the girls, right? And they hear the girlfriends have a UK accent. So they go over there and they go, you two ladies are from England? And they go, no, Wales. And he goes, so you 2 Wales are from England? That's a great joke. That's a great... Anyway. Whenever I think of Wales, I think of that joke. England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. But is Northern Ireland a country? North Ireland is UK. South Ireland is not UK. Man, I didn't know that at all. Now tell me Steve sleeping on the couch for that dad joke. That's not a bad joke. Come on, it's not offensive. Like you can say it, but it's still a little bit, to make it funny. Pretty good joke.
So what makes them UK?
I don't know.
United Kingdom.
I don't know. Another question. A dad joke is not a bad joke. Good. What about the Isle of Man? Someone teach me if the Isle of Man is a country. Northern Ireland is not an independent country. I mean, we don't know these things. Ireland is part of British, but not UK. The UK messed up the maps. Yeah, the UK is a confusing one. I don't know. Great Britain. Oh, and there's Great Britain. What the heck is Great Britain now? The Great Britain is England, Scotland, and Wales. So Ireland is not in Great Britain. Got it. Isle of Man is an island belonging to UK. Ireland is not part of UK. Okay. I mean, so far we got about 7 different opinions from 8 different people. So I don't know which one's right. The Isle of Man is a self-governing British Crown dependency in the Irish Sea between Great Britain and Ireland. Self-governing British Crown dependency. Is that a country? Or is that like a Puerto Rico scenario? I don't know, man. Ay caramba. Love from Brazil. Hope you'll be back soon. Me too. Brazil is one of the best, man. I miss Brazil. Brazil is a whole country. It really is a whole country. I meant to say whole continent. Brazil is a whole continent.
It's a country.
It is a country. But I mean, all the different parts of Brazil are like countries. Like it's like a whole continent. It's like America or India. It's that big. Where it's got so many different parts to it. It's a good question. Does Ireland even exist? Has anyone here been to Ireland? That could be a hoax.
What city in Ireland?
Ireland is a hoax.
Dublin.
Northern Ireland is in the UK. Isle of Man is where Hitler escaped to. Oh. I thought it was Argentina. Florence says, God save the king. A lot of Brazilians here today, says Carla. True fact. Shout out to Brazil, man.
Brasileira.
Any chance you come to China again soon? I think after the lovely Ivana gives birth, I'm going to come to China on a solo guys-only trip, okay? Because Ivana will not be able to travel, and and China's good. So we'll go there for YouTube and money and everything, views and just adventure. I'd like to arrange a trip with maybe Ken abroad or meet somebody there and travel with them. Pretty great. There you have it, guys. 78 minutes. It's been fun having a beer with you guys. We learned a lot. I still don't know if Ireland's a country or not. Northern Ireland?
I think it is a country.
Northern Ireland.
In the UK.
And Southern Ireland is not in the UK. Are you guys going to watch the Liga finals? Yes.
Please don't go to Lati.
We're going to Lati. Yeah. We bought a couple of brass knuckles and a knife, and we're gonna get in a fight over there. Is China cheap? China can be pretty affordable. It's still got some red tape everywhere, so you can't stay wherever you want or go wherever you want. You got to stay at a certain accommodation they approve, and you got to only go to places they allow you to go. So it's a little bit more paperwork, but in terms of adventure, China is off the charts of like, wow, I can't believe I'm here. The feeling of like, I can't believe I'm doing this in China is the highest I've ever had. It's and the people are so nice. I thought people were gonna be kind of bad towards me because I'm from Canada and it's like right beside America and there's like a bit of a tension. But people were so friendly. Good experience in China.
They think America is great.
They're so friendly. It was almost like
they said how people see the Western world in China is not like how the Western world see China.
Yeah, it didn't seem like they were thinking our government's evil. Where in Canada, you'll hear the Chinese government is kind of evil. That's the kind of general idea.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, Canada, I love that place. Oh, I went to San Jose, it's so nice. I went to Utah, it's so beautiful. And I'm like, wow, interesting. Yeah. Have you been to southern Sweden? We've only been to Stockholm and here in Gothenburg.
Yeah.
So far. Go there before you go home. when everything starts to bloom. Yeah, we're kind of here in the worst time of year. It's not really spring. It's not really winter. It's like kind of the middle part, slush. But yeah, maybe we'll return back one day in the summer. For sure, Finland. We got to do a summer trip, camping trip, a tent and a sauna. Sounds good.
Video Mark is saying there's nothing to do in Lahti. Very basic town.
Is the hockey arena any good?
Maybe.
We'll see. I'm gonna go there with my whole orange jersey, this hat, scarf, glasses, and I'm gonna stand in the crowd and say, "Lahti stinks. Lahti stinks." Media never shows a good side of the country like China. Yeah. Steve, remember that cottage plan? Sausages and campfire and mustard. Oh, it's a plan. And beer. I love it. I'm there.
You made that plan?
In my mind, I'm already there. Last live stream, we're talking about how good it would be. Sausage off the grill. And then eventually, you're floating in the lake, right? By the way, pro tip. This is a serious pro tip. You can thank me later. If you're going to wear a life jacket, which sometimes is a good move to float, just to float, watch me on this. Trust me. Step into your life jacket like a diaper and buckle it on the front of you. And then float that way. So much more comfy. Your shoulders will be free to throw and catch tennis balls or whatever your fun you're having. And you can sit in a chair in the lake with your life jacket underpants. Seriously, pro tip. I discovered it 10 years ago, and every single person I've told, they said it's the best thing I ever did. Pro tip. Underpants, life jacket. Highly recommend. But yeah, imagine, Ivana, you're in the lake in Finland, right? Your underpants, life jacketing it, and somebody hands you a sausage in your fingers with mustard on it. And you're just biting it and floating. And a beer in this hand. That's living life right there. That's living life.
Before you leave Sweden, you must try plankstack.
This has been your
What
weekly
is that?
Steve's Life Pro Tips. True fact.
I don't know what that is. Plankstack. Is that a type of food?
Don't know.
Type of
Plank
plank?
steak?
Yeah. Plankstack.
Plank? Spell plank.
Planksteek.
Oh, plank steak. Sounds like just steak. Plank steak. They're saying it's very good.
I don't know what that is. Food?
Google it.
Like steak.
Plank steak. Could just be steak. We'll Google it. Maybe it's certain animal like moose.
Steak.
Wish you two all the best. I would buy you a coffee or a beer when you come to Shanghai next time. It's a deal. It's a deal, Paul. We're ready. I wonder what city we'll go to next in China. Where would I go? Maybe I can go to the island in the south. I'd love to go there.
Steak.
We'll see, Paul. But thanks.
What comes up is a
Let me see.
Hungarian dish.
Plank steak. Hungarian. Plank steak. Yeah, there's one with a yellow on the outside. Hainan, yes, Hainan. Oh, I'd love to go to Hainan. Looks like steak and taters. Pretty standard, pretty yummy looking. If you're coming to Lahti to watch a Pelicans game, come to Little Sport Pub. Okay, I'll remember this. I'll go back to this afterwards. Typically, we go to the sport pub before the game. We have a beer, then we walk to the game. So we'll try to do that. But I'm gonna be dressed head to toe in tapara gear. So I'm excited. Steve, 3 best hockey players ever and why? Okay. Number 1, you have to say Wayne Gretzky, because if you don't, that's insane. Has to be Wayne Gretzky. Number 2, I think you should say Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr had a short career, but he was dominant from defense. And if you look at his plus minus, he was like plus 150 in like 200 games. He was the biggest game changer, Bobby Orr. Although it's hard to say that because his highlights were so... I mean, it's so long ago. If you watch the footage, it's like they can't even skate. They don't really even turn well. It's like they're very stiff out there. But Bobby Orr would be up there. And then, honestly, I hate to say this. People don't like when I say it. I would say Ovechkin is one of the top players. Maybe not top 3. But I would say maybe Mario Lemieux. Mario Lemieux. If he wasn't sick, he might have been I mean, he has seasons where he's getting 2 points a game. So maybe Gretzky or Lemieux. Top 3. Now give me your top 3, video mark. Steve, top 3 NHL players you have met. Esa Tikkanen, number 1. Brendan Shanahan, number 2. And number 3... I met a bunch of Leafs, but they weren't really that great. Maybe Steve Thomas from the Leafs? No. Darcy Tucker? I don't know. I would say the same players. Wow, video mark, same, cool. Yeah, there's some advanced metrics on the goal scoring ability of Ovechkin. It's possible Ovechkin is the greatest goal scorer ever, because he's almost caught Gretzky in goals, and he played in an era where there's way less goals per game. Yager deserves credit too. Jaromir Jagr might be up there. The longevity is unbelievable. And Dominic Hasek, that is a good pull from Aegis. Dominic Hasek, if you look at him in a pair of gym shorts, you know, like in a workout room, he doesn't look athletic at all. He's got skinny legs and knobby knees, and he's one of the best goalies ever. Dominic Hasek deserves credit. When he was on Buffalo, man, he was good. Shout out Dominic Hasek.
Got donation.
Donation. Didn't see. Really?
Oh.
Didn't come up over
I don't know
here.
why.
Oh, there it is. Your videos are so comforting to watch. Shout out to 3Y01F. Thank you for donating. We appreciate it. I'll do a cheers to that. And we're glad you enjoy our videos because they're fun to make. Our life keeps getting better. Every year for the past 10 years, I think this is going to be the best. I think this is the best year of my life. And you want to know something? I've been with Ivana for 10 years. And that's the reason why I haven't. Every year, since the day I met her, I just thought... no, really though. Our life was going pretty good before. And then we started doing YouTube, and it was very stressful at the beginning. It was rough. It was a rough go, right?
Right.
And now, Ivana, you are the wind beneath my wings. Life is good, guys. And so, thanks for your donation. We really appreciate it. I am running out of things to say, but I'm gonna chill for a bit. Are you busy at all?
No.
We'll hang out for a bit. I'm having a beer with you guys. How can next year be better? One word, Florin. Bus. Bus. Now you have a world audience, bro. Cool. Tuukka Rask is my favorite. Great goalie. The Leafs traded Tuukka Rask for Andrew Raycroft. Got to be the worst goalie in history. Steve, who is your favorite Finnish goalie? It would probably be... My favorite would probably be Kiprusoff. Although I think Pekka Rinne might have been better overall, but Kipper played on a Canadian team. I tend to cheer for Canadian teams because my hometown team has no chance, and they're truly awful, and they're cursed, and they will never win ever. So I was cheering for Calgary for more than a few years. Plus, Kiprusoff has a red beard, and for the national anthem, he would take his helmet off, and his jersey was red, and his beard was red, and I just thought, this guy was meant for this team. You know? With the red and black, black pants, and red and black pads, and red and black jersey, and the red beard, I thought Kipper was meant to be in Calgary, Good goalie. So probably my favorite was Kipper, but probably the best was, I would say, Pekka Rinne was maybe the best. I think Pekka Rinne had a longer career too. There's some good Finnish goalies nowadays, but I don't know their names exactly. The guy on Nashville was also quite good, but I forgot his name. But he's like 5'10" or 5'11", and he's also quite good. I think Nashville had such a good experience with Pekka Rinne, they got another Finnish goalie. That's my guess. Will you come to Lahti to watch the playoffs? Will. We'll be there in full Tapara. Saros. Yeah, UC Saros. Yeah, that's the guy. Uso or something. Yeah, UC. Yeah, also very good to watch. I don't know how to pronounce the names because I only see them written down. I never hear them. Because the games are all at wacky times because I'm always in Asia or something. And so I don't really watch the games as much. I just follow along. Antti Renata is one. Oh, Antti. Yeah, that's another goalie name. Antti Niemi, too, was a goalie. Antti Niemi had a funny style where his legs were straight vertical. Looked good, though. It looked like a good goalie. Antti Niemi and Antti Renata or Antiranta. Yeah, I remember the name. What do you like most about Sweden, Ivana? Hit it.
Mm, the old towns.
Agree. Stockholm is an amazing place. Stockholm Old Town is wow. Stockholm Old Town is really wow.
Mm-hmm.
Canada doesn't have stuff like that, you know? To walk around there, it's amazing. And it's on an island, there's water all around, and the buildings are so beautiful. It's a nice place. And there's big wells
Even
with
in
like
Gothenburg, the
lions on them.
city center is pretty nice.
Yeah. But Stockholm is really something nice. Ivana with the oh boy face. Oh boy. Oh boy. The worst is when Ivana gives me at least 5 oh boys a day. Based on my shenanigans I do, she hits me at least 5 times. Oh boy. The worst oh boy I get is the preemptive oh boy. You know what I mean?
No.
I'll say, hey Ivana, I was doing something thinking. She'll go, oh boy. I go, you don't even know what I was thinking yet. Hey Ivana, I had an idea. Oh boy. Just the fact that I had an idea is oh boy. The preemptive oh boy is the one that makes me go, oh
Have
gosh.
you visited the Vasa Ship Museum?
Of course, video on Tuesday. Vasa Ship Museum video Tuesday. What's the worst thing about Sweden? Ivana, hit it.
The worst thing? Even though we haven't tried it, maybe it's just ramen.
The worst thing is surströmming. And she hasn't even tried it. The worst thing, honestly, it's not even a fair criticism. For me, the weather has just been bad. But it's the time of year, and it is what it is. We came for hockey playoffs, so this was when they're being
It
played.
was the bike lane.
Oh, the bike lanes are terrible. I'm anti-bike lane. Gothenburg bike lanes are on another level.
About Sweden. I don't know.
Not much to complain about. Nice place. It's expensive, but that's life.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Ivana, what really annoys you about Steve? Be honest. Okay, I'll plug my ears. You can be honest, okay?
Sometimes he will speak to himself loudly.
I do not.
Or will make sound like just.
So, okay, let's be honest here. I'm amateur professional beatboxer. My beatboxing is overall pretty good. Oh, it hurts, you know? Oh boy. I do a lot of beatboxing, and I have been accused of never shutting up. That is a fact.
Yeah. Sometimes they will go on and on. I have to remind him, you know.
Somebody asked me what some things about Ivana are because I got a long list, okay? When do you guys come back to Finland? 20 seconds. Yes, 20 seconds. Woo! Yeah, 22nd we're back in Finland because 21 is a game here in Stockholm that we got to see. A very good opportunity.
Hey.
And then the next day we'll come back. So we'll miss the first game of the finals, unfortunately.
A couple Brazilian, but also a couple of Serbians here. Another one from Serbia.
Yeah, more than a few Serbians, which is nice to see. Everyone's saying, Steve, that's a no from Ivana. Vasa Ship has a funny Finnish connection. Tech students from Helsinki went with scuba gear and placed a small statue of a Finnish athlete on the deck the day before a race from the sea. Oh, that's so funny. So maybe they pulled it up from the ocean. They went, oh my gosh, this is an artifact from 400 years ago. And it was from these students. Maybe they tricked the archaeologists. Oh, that's funny. Where have you been in Africa? Never been to Africa.
No.
Not yet. I think we'll go soon enough because I'm curious to explore more. But it's just never. We had some ideas, but we had some people who'd been there before to the place we wanted to go and said it's not good because we got to walk down the street with the GoPro talking to it, and they're like, you might get into trouble, man. I really wanted to go to Nigeria. Nigeria looks like it could be a good YouTube country. They got 200 and some odd million people, which is good numbers for YouTube.
Just want to do safaris. They look cool.
Oh, the safari would be also cool. That would not be in Nigeria. That would be in like.
Maybe when we have the kids.
The kids will go on safari. Where would you go safari? Like Zanzibar?
I don't know. We'll see.
Is Zanzibar a country?
I think it's part of Tanzania.
Tanzania. Or Madagascar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, not to been to. Also, we wanted to go to like Egypt, obviously the pyramids, but we heard so many bad things about Cairo. It's just not a good city, and I just thought, um, I'd also like to go to Morocco. Sounds interesting, but it's kind of touristy, and we just thought, we'll skip it. It's funny when you talk about Africa. Some travelers are like, Africa's so safe. Don't worry, do whatever you want. And some of my other friends are like, you'll get phone snatched, you'll get kidnapped. Don't go. So it's very hard to know what to do in Africa.
I think if you're not making videos, it will be fine.
If you're not making videos, you might be better off.
Yeah.
Lati is known as a ski jump city.
What does that mean?
It's possible they practice ski jumping. This is the winter sport. But it's some kind of term because ski jump because it's dangerous and it's some kind of ski jump. It's kind of euphemism, maybe. I don't know.
It's a sport? Famous for ski jumping?
Maybe. Or maybe it's a euphemism meaning something else.
Eh.
Are you both married? Yeah. We're both married.
Shuddering.
I got married in 2010. My wife is in Canada. And Ivana got married in 2011. Her husband's in Indonesia. Yeah, we got married. And you know the rapper 2 Chainz? They call me 2 Rangs. Two weddings. One in Canada, one in Indonesia. 2 rangs.
3.
And one for the fam in Malaysia. 3 weddings.
Have you all been to Germany?
And Ivana says I don't buy her anything. 3 weddings. Triple princess.
I provided those rings. No.
This one was a gift from Ivana's aunt. This one is my dad's old ring. 2 rings.
Have you all been to Germany?
We were, but that was so long ago
Yeah.
that we had no money. We were there for 3-4 days, and we said we got to go to Poland because we're gonna go broke over here. We bought a sausage in the street for like €9, and it wasn't even. It was a currywurst. It was just a cardboard box with half a sausage in it and some curry powder. It wasn't even a bun or mustard or anything. €9. It wasn't even enough. It was half a meal for one person.
Right.
€9, and we thought
We went to
we're
Poland.
going to Poland.
Poland got the best sausage.
Bro, Poland is a hot place for travel. Shout out to Poland. 10 out of 10 would go. Greetings from Germany. Shout out. Been to India. Yes, been to India a long time ago. Didn't love it. It was a bit much. We also didn't know how to travel back then, so potentially we did the trip incorrectly, but just negotiating prices for everything and getting scammed every time. It is very frustrating. It's very cumbersome. And India didn't love it. Probably our own fault, but it wasn't it was like a one trip where we left going, man, that wasn't really, that wasn't good, you know? It just wore us down. I like how honest you are, Film Tapio. Getting better at that. When we started on YouTube, it was only ever good news. Even our old India videos is all us saying, this is so great. And the whole time it wasn't good. So we're getting better at being honest because we feel like we are not overreacting and just saying something rude. We're seasoned travelers, and so we're able to say it in a measured way that's just kind of true. Getting better at that. But at the beginning, it was just only positive. Lindau is one of my favorite places in Germany. People usually don't know Lindau. I've never heard of Lindau, to be honest. So you're right. We were in Berlin, obviously. We did some obvious stuff, like the Berlin Wall, that's all graffiti now.
Yeah.
And some other museum and stuff. But then we were just out of money. And then we took a Flixbus overnight to Poland. And Poland was so nice. I loved Poland. We went to, not Warsaw, Krakow. And the old town of Krakow was the first really old town we saw.
It's very nice.
And it blew my head right off my body. And they have like horse carriages going around, clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, and like towers. And they play a trumpet for half a song and all these stores. And I was like, wow, Krakow. We got a sausage over there, and it was like the full sausage with a bun and everything for like €3. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. But it wasn't euros. It was Polish money. It was
We went to the camp.
Oh yeah, I went to Auschwitz, which was a good thing to see, although mind-blowingly sad. What's the Polish money called? Z something? ZL Zloty?
What is it?
Polish money. Zloty?
I don't remember.
Zloty?
I don't know.
What's Polish money called? I think it's called Zloty. ZLOTY. If I made that up, that's a bizarre thing to make up. I think it's Polish Zloty. ZLOTY, but I could be wrong. Anyway, Poland was such a good experience.
No, you are in Sweden. Don't you get sick of traveling?
Zlati, I was right. Are you sick of traveling, Mom?
Um, I like slow travel. Not sick, but I like it slow. I don't like moving to from places to places too fast.
Polish dollars, they're called pollers. Polish dollars.
Ah.
That's a joke. It's a good joke, Florida. Pollers. Yeah, we don't travel too fast anymore. Like going to Denmark for 3 days or 4 days tomorrow. That'll be a rush for us. We'll do a lot of work. We'll try to do a video every single day, or like at least be filming every day. But after that, we're gonna chill. It's nice to go slow. We're slow travelers now.
William from Gothenburg. What do you think about Gothenburg in general? Very nice city.
I like Gothenburg. The city itself, there's not many tall buildings. It's a lot of 4 to 5 story buildings that have really nice fronts, like all brick with like the curved. Looks like they're 100 years old. Every single building. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but they look really beautiful. I hate the bike lanes everywhere. I want to stick a stick in the front wheel of all these bikes. I think I'm anti-biker, to be honest.
Again.
The bike lanes are a bit much. The old town was really great. The Haga place was super nice. Went to the tower, like Gothenburg. It's kind of got a European city feel where there's always like a fort or like a tower. It has a good view of all the orange roofs, clay roof or orange metal or whatever. A lot of old architecture. Good place. Have you come across the Swedish sport of fartlek? It's already funny, Zachy. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's called fartlek.
It's a real sport?
I don't know. This could be. I don't know what it means, but the exact typing is: have you come across the Swedish sport of fartlek? No, we have not. Please elaborate. Somebody fill me in because I'd like to learn about fartlek. You shouldn't go to the Netherlands if you don't like bikes. I like bikes, to be clear. I'm anti-bike lane.
You're funny.
I'm anti-bike lane.
So you rather have the bikes on the pedestrian lane?
No, that's the worst thing I'm trying to avoid. I want the bikes to be away from me. The bike should be, there should be the road for the cars. There should be the road for the bikes. And there's some grass. And then the pedestrian walk.
That's the way Canada does it.
Yeah, that's the way Canada does it. Because if I'm walking slow. And guess what? I'm walking left and right. I'm veering around. I'm looking at buildings. I'm a tourist. I'm walking like this. In Gothenburg, you got to be on your own lane. Because there's bikes going. And you got to really be paying attention. And I like to just walk around like this. Look over here. Look over there. Stop. Take a photo. You feel like you're stopping in traffic, you know? I want to see Steve wear that hat in the middle of summer. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll keep the MC hat for life, and we'll just be like, hey, we're on the beach. And I'm wearing a hat. I'm be swimming in the ocean, but the MC hat and goggles on. Could be a good scene. Fartlek. Yeah, fart hinder. Someone please let me know about fartlek. I like the slow pace. You probably figure out the place more truthfully. Traveling with a deadline means that you probably see the stereotypes. Yeah, true, Tapio. I think it's sort of true. Something along that lines is true. Slow travel, it's almost like you get a sense of what it might be like to live there. Not really, because you're not earning money and paying taxes and stuff, but you have a sense of what it's like for other people to live there, at the very least. And so when you're just doing quick travel, it's more like tourist attraction, food, museum, and go. Fartlek is a training method for distant runners. Okay. Have you gone to Slut Station? Oh gosh. this live stream talking about farts and what are we talking about now?
Is that a real station?
I don't know. It's probably pronounced differently, but it's written SLUT, so. Fartlek is a type of running training. No, never saw it. Sounds like a good video idea. Today we're doing fartlek. You know, video title could be all caps. I love fartlek. People would click.
But
Fart
Sweden
is
was
speed.
known
Oh, fart is speed in Swedish. I know fart in German is drive. but they pronounce
Okay.
Fert. Fert is drive.
Interesting.
News for you, Steve. To have a freeway like Brazil, you can't have not bad things included. And to have Canadian rules will not have it like Brazil. Got it? Yeah, I know what you mean, Carla. This is a trade-off. Everything in life is a trade-off. When you get something of value, you're losing something of nearly equal value. So if you want to be free and easy, you're going to lose something. But if you want to be very, very economic and rigid and structured, you're going to lose the free and easy. It's just sort of a preference of what you prefer, because when you get something, you always lose something else. Make Steve the mayor or let him only change names. Bike lane, run me over. Yeah, if I was the mayor of a city, first of all, if I was the mayor of a city, I would plant good-looking trees everywhere. This is the easiest way to make your people happy. There are trees that in the spring they blossom bright pink. Plant it. I've seen too many normal-looking trees make me think, cut this down and put a good-looking tree. Do you know what I mean? We got scientists all over that can do all the soil samples and make anything grow. You can put a cactus if you want. I'm sure they can make it grow. I think good-looking nature is an easy way to increase the happiness of your city. Okay, top 5 things I would do if I was mayor. 1, good-looking trees. Ivana, what's yours? Top 5 things you would do if you're mayor. What do you got?
I don't know. I haven't thought about this.
I would like to do a thing where, Oh, this is what I would do. Okay, this is what I would do. At the hockey arena, I would take tons of... There's so much used equipment. Garbage hockey equipment.
Okay.
It's used. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
I would have a room in the hockey arena that's all used equipment. And all the kids who cannot afford hockey equipment would go to hockey. Once a week, there'd be hockey where you can get full equipment for free. It's already there. It's all disinfected. And you can go play hockey for free. I would promote... Because the problem with hockey is it's too expensive. So many countries just can't play hockey. Okay, so rule number 1 is you need good-looking trees. Rule number 2 is you need a free hockey service with used equipment. Okay? Rule number 3, we're abolishing bike lanes. We're moving to the road. Okay? Are you calling our trees ugly? No, Clark Kent. The reason I'm saying this is because in Gothenburg, they got some good-looking trees. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's a good idea. Are you calling our trees ugly? I imagine those trees would be maple trees. Okay, that's my next rule. In the main square of each city, maple trees. Canadian maples. Also, whatever city I was at, I would make a city flag, and it would just be basically a Canadian flag.
What?
Nothing worse than an ugly tree, says Clark Kent. Fart in German is speed. No. Oh, I thought fart meant drive. F-A-H-R-T. Fart.
Speed.
Are the
Same,
people
same.
are the people tall and blonde there? Yes, fact. Fun fact: Slut is a town just outside of Skellefteå.
Okay.
Are you having twins? Because you keep talking about the kids. No, not having twins.
Steve wish.
I do wish for twins, but we're gonna have to do one at a time. Ivana's agreed to 4 births. No
I
fewer,
did not. I
no
said
fewer
2.
than 4 births.
I said 2. Doesn't matter if it's twins or quadruplets or whatever.
Can we
Just
renegotiate?
2 births.
Can we renegotiate? What would it take to get you to 3 births? 3 seems to be... Think about this, Ivana. There's 2 of us, right? There's 2 of us.
Uh-huh.
If you have 3 kids, you are now expanding the empire. You see?
Okay.
Growing. See what I mean? I think 3 kids is the answer, Ivana.
3 kids. Maybe 2 birds.
2 births, okay. But if it's 1 per birth, then it's gonna be 3 births.
No. 2 birds.
Quite many hockey players have got twins. I don't know why. That's interesting.
Really?
Something to do with
Ah.
exercising in the cold. Interesting. Who's your favorite Spice Girl? Ivana. This is key. This is hard-hitting journalism we needed.
Oh my goodness.
I was always a spooky Spice
Sporty.
man. My sporty.
What is Spooky Spice Man? What?
Was there a spooky Spice?
Oh.
Was there?
I know what you mean, but I don't know if it's called Spooky.
Baby Spice. Okay, name the 5 Spice Girls. You got the Sporty. You got the Baby.
Sporty.
Barbie? Was there Barbie Spice? Sporty Baby.
What's Victoria Beckham?
Sporty Baby. I think there's a spooky.
You meant the Scary Spice.
Scary Spice. Spooky Spice is too dumb. Posh Spice.
Ah, yeah.
There's still one more. Don't tell me. I'm gonna get it. You got the spooky. You got the scary. You got the.
This is the one more. I don't remember.
Don't know. Anyway, Old Spice. Old Spice. Nailed it. Old Spice.
Ginger.
Scary, sporty, baby, ginger spice. Oh, she had red hair, I guess. Hungry Spice. Old Spice. Steve wants 5 kids to complete a hockey squad. 100%. One is the goalie. Yes. Yes, exactly. The weirdest kid will be the goalie, for sure. That's a fact. If we have 2 kids, Ivana, the best we can do is a badminton duo. Please, Ivana. Please. Or a golfer and a caddy. That's the best we can do. Ay, caramba. Bald Spice. My favorite spice is Bald Spice. There you have it, everybody. Good live streaming. We'll do 9 more minutes to make it to 2 hours. But believe it or not, even I have run out of things to talk about. In terms of this week, we got a video on Tuesday, and that is going to be the Wasa Museum as well as Old Town of Stockholm. We got a video on Thursday, which is our journey to Gothenburg as well as a brief tour of Gothenburg. And then Saturday's video is going to be a long one. We've decided to push out all of the Denmark stuff on Saturday, as well as a bonus upload Friday. So Friday will be supermarket in Denmark, which could be interesting because it's going to be $100 million for everything. So Friday, supermarket Denmark. Saturday, what's funny? Favorite beer? I always said Stella, but then I did a blindfold test, and Stella was my least favorite of the 5. So I have no credibility. I just like I just like a cold one.
Favorite country?
For what?
Anything.
Favorite country? I'm gonna say North Korea, and I'll tell you why. No, my favorite country to travel? Brazil.
In general.
To live in, it's gonna be Canada. I'll probably just live in Canada in the end, or Indonesia. There's something about home, you know? I would live somewhere else, but you don't feel. I would think it's hard. Listen, here's a take. I'll give you a take. I think it would be hard to be an immigrant to a new place. To feel like you're part of it. Did you feel when you came to Canada? Did you feel Canadian or did you feel like Indonesian who's in Canada?
When I first came, I felt Indonesian in Canada, but then after a while, you'll feel Canadian because
that's good.
Canada is pretty multicultural.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing about Canada.
Yeah.
I would like to live in Canada probably, or Indonesia with Ivana's family. Canada would be nice
my family
if
is mostly in
yeah.
Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. I really think you'll move to Brazil in 5 years, you'd be Brazilian. You might be right, because Brazil is also like Canada, where they seem to accept everybody. Some countries, I think it would be harder to move to than other countries. Whoa! 20 for the tapara hat. I should say tapara hat, because I speak this language fluently. And for the lovely, honest couple. You just got me one more beer. Let's go. Party starts now.
Thank you, Video Mark.
Woo!
Brazil. Yeah. Brazil would be my favorite country as well.
Yeah, Brazil. If I was gonna live not in Canada, I would live in Brazil. Brazil is a cool place. Salvador, nice place. There's one place I would not live in Brazil, and that's Minas Gerais. That's funny, get Carla mad. How you be ranking Romania? Romania is up there as well. The only trouble with Romania, the advantage Brazil has over Romania is Brazil is so big. Because the fact that it's so big, there's still much more to see. I kind of feel like we saw everything in Romania.
Yeah, but then you can go to other countries for like $20.
That's the benefit of living in Romania is you can take a $10 flight to Italy.
Yeah.
$10 flight to Hungary or Austria. So that's a good advantage of Romania. But I would rank Romania near the top. I loved Romania.
Yeah.
Those 3.5% Swedish beers are doing the trick. Hey, the more the merrier, you know? Caca! Cheers, everybody.
If I live in Brazil, I'd choose a smaller village like Paraty or Ilhabela.
Oh, I just inhaled the beer into my lungs. Oh god, I'm injured bad. Woo!
Do you like your stay in Sweden? Yeah.
I'm injured bad. Yeah, so far so good in Sweden. Normally we would not have come here this time of year. The weather is just what it is, but the hockey stuff is doing so well. It's pretty great. Interesting comment. I lived in China, South Korea, Japan, Germany, and France. I would immigrate to Canada. Or Chidi, let us know your experience because
Oh.
I'm curious about
What was
that.
your favorite place to live?
Yeah, that's what I mean. What's your favorite place? What was the hardest thing of going to a new place? Do you
I would
speak?
think South Korea would
Do you
be the
speak
most-
local language? Probably not. I mean, you can't speak 8 languages. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they do.
South Korea would be the easiest to live, I would think.
As a foreigner?
Yeah. Out of all those countries.
Say why.
Because I think they're friendly to foreigners and they got international food. They got everything
Yeah, fair.
available. They're tourist friendly. It's not China is the language barrier is very hard. At least in Korea there are some
True.
English available.
Oh, I'm a passionate skier.
Wow.
So in the snow in the mountains, maybe.
Ah, yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Makes sense. All those countries have snowy mountains.
Right.
That's what ties them all together, actually. Bali is the worst place I visited. Say more. Let us know why. Bali is a bit crowded, if you ask me.
It is touristy.
When
Can have lived in Thailand, Bali, or Philippines.
Yeah, those are popular ones. Bali, the thing about Bali is it's a bit crowded. Yeah, that's the comments are coming in. It's a bit crowded.
To live in Bali, you need to live in like the north
The
if
north.
you don't want
Yeah.
crowds, but everything is hard to get in the north. Like there's no malls, If you need to buy something for your computer, you need to go down.
You gotta go down to the south and deal with the crazy traffic, and then it's just like these narrow roads that they're just not designed for how many vehicles are there.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing you can do because the buildings are already built, so it's just like rammed. I visited Thailand exactly a year after the tsunami. That was rough.
Wow.
Oh wow, it was cool to see the rebuild. Wow. I feel like a bit of an X-Man in this hat. You know? Yeah, that's the thing about Bali is it's like that, Will you visit Antarctica? I mean, what do you do up
No
there?
plans yet, but why not?
What do they eat up there? Just whale?
I don't know. Do people live there? I think researchers.
I think researchers live, but they gotta very cool your hat. Thank you. Ivana's being a bit of a hater. Okay. Sorry for Canada. It has one of the highest renting prices and a lot of junkies. Yeah, we're in a bit of a tough spot right now in Canada. I think we can figure it out, but it's funny because I think people in Canada, I think we got used to this word of free. We always vote for free stuff. The government's gonna give you free this, and we didn't realize it's not free. And so now we're in a tough spot where the government is trying to increase spending every year, but we don't have enough people working. So we've kind of eugered ourselves. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot. But we can figure it out. I love Canada. I think we'll be okay in the end. But the junkies problem is a bummer. It's embarrassing to see when you're in the city and you just see there's people that are on drugs. It's sad, you know? You can imagine a tourist comes to Canada the first time and sees that and goes, oof. Not a good impression, you know?
Yeah.
Here's what it is. Does Antarctica have junkies? I think not. Just polar bears.
I don't know. Do people even live there? I have no idea.
I heard Canada has troubles with public health care as well. Yeah, we got some troubles in Canada. It's not perfect. We had anyway. I don't want to go political on you, but we had some mistakes in our voting. We kept falling for the word free. If Antarctica is too hardcore, I would recommend Iceland. Yeah. Yeah. Agree. Iceland would be cool. My sister was there. They have some Mother Nature in Iceland that when you see it, it doesn't even look like Earth. You know? It's like some so beautiful thing with waterfalls and like green rocks, and you're like, how did the rocks get green? It's so cool looking. And the sky is green too, and you're like, what a place. You know? Especially like a really good photographer with a good camera on time lapse. It looks like, wow. You know?
It'll be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool to go there. Bring the drone there. Whew. Iceland and Greenland need to trade names. There's no ice in Iceland and there's no green in Greenland. Right. True fact. Hachui and Doi are two Romanian vloggers who have been in Antarctica. Shout out to Bogdan Patrut. Shout out. Yeah, we like to watch their vlogs, or at least they always pop up. I think they vlog in Romanian, so we don't really know what's going on, but we do follow them a little bit. Yeah, they went to Antarctica. So cool. I don't know what you do up there. I guess you just freeze and you just like go to like one restaurant and it's like, wow. There's one of those places where going there is like such a rush that you don't necessarily do much, but you always remember it because nobody goes there. And I bet you the flight is so expensive. And it comes and it's on a propeller and it comes in sideways on like an ice runway. Woo, that'd be scary. There is a lot of ice in Iceland now. Okay, fair.
True.
To be honest, no country is perfect in every way. Of course, because no person is perfect in every way, and every country is just a group of people. So humans are not perfect, so our systems are not perfect. But we still try to make them better, you know. Would be a bit of a letdown if Iceland had no ice at all. Imagine that. Imagine went to Iceland and it was like Bali. You're like, wait a second. You got your snow pants on. Just sand and beaches. I just watched Noah Phillips do a 4-day train journey across Australia. That looked cool, although my ass muscles could complain. Fair. Australia is amazingly big. The center of it is all no people. So that would be a long ride. I'm surprised they even have a train track over there.
Where?
Across Australia. Maybe go on the outside.
Yeah, I think they do.
Must be on the outside, not across the middle. Is it across the middle?
I have no idea. But we've been to Australia and we took trains there.
Yeah, but it's a big place with nothing in the middle.
Desert?
Must be on the outside, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Gold Coast or...
Yeah. I know Perth is like so secluded. Perth is like... I think it's a flight of Perth. I don't know if there's any roads over there. I might have made that up.
I'm sure there's roads, come on.
There's some in the middle. Okay, there's train tracks in the middle. Wow.
They got desert where people, Aboriginal live.
Yeah. In the center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With red rocks and stuff.
Red rocks. Cool. Australia's a cool place. He looks like Robin Hood. Wow. Australia, I think, is the closest thing to Canada in terms of people, other than America. Obviously, America's number one. Mm-hmm. But outside of America, Canada and Australia, they're the same kind of people.
Yeah, maybe.
They just have no snow. Or no cold weather. Snow on the mountain or something.
Yeah, they got surfing instead of snowboarding.
Yeah, they got surfing, but they have rugby and AFL, and we have hockey. It's still like a violent sport that they're like kind of have that culture. It's kind of similar, you know?
Yeah.
Big fan of Australia. Plus, the best accent for the English language is Australia. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Agree or disagree? In the chat, you guys can vote. Best accent for the English language. I'm gonna go Australia.
I like New Zealand or South Africa.
New Zealand and Australia is the same. God, I mean
No,
that's
it's not.
wow. Ivana is doing a deep cut here.
Come on.
You can identify New Zealand to Australia.
Yes.
Wow. Scottish is better, but Australian is second. Scottish getting some love on the English language accent. Okay, fair. Didn't expect that. Welsh? Okay, the UK stuff is good. Okay.
Well, everyone likes Scottish the best. Huh?
I will say this, and I've said this before, and I know this is the stupidest opinion ever, but the English accent from England can be a little bit much. It is their language after all. But it's a bit
Prefer Jamaican.
oh, the Jamaican accent is great. I was working at a hardware store when I was a kid, and this one customer came in and he was on the phone, Jamaican guy, and he was talking to someone, and he said pure trickery with a Jamaican accent, and I never forgot it. He said it's pure trickery, and I was like, the way he sounded in my head, I was like, that was the coolest thing I ever heard. He said, whenever you deal with them boys, it's pure trickery, and I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, Jamaican accent for English might be number one. Actually, I might take it back. Jamaican is pretty great. Pure trickery.
Jamaican is cool.
Jamaican's up there. Good answer. Canadian accent is the best thing about English. About
Canadian.
I remember being like 20.
Canadian accent sounds like a
Perf-
dad talking. Just dads talking. You know
Hey
what I
there. Hey there, boys.
mean? Like old people talking. You know what I mean?
Canadian sound old?
Yeah.
That's
Like
amazing.
uncles talking to each other.
True. Jamaican accent is great because of the overall vibes they have. That's what I mean. The way their voice sounds, you go, this guy's so easygoing and cool.
Sound tropical.
Sounds so relaxed. Like you can hear the beach in the voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I deal with them boys, it's pure trickery. I was like, this is the best thing I ever heard.
No, that's the opposite of English accent, isn't it?
Yeah, English is so
British.
formal and precise
Not
that they
English,
never have
British.
fun. Yeah, the British one is like they're so sharp and they're so precise. Like, oh gosh, don't make a mistake. The Jamaican one's like, oh, this guy's cool. He just chill out, you know? Yeah, Jamaica might be number one. Jamaica sounds reggae in every way. It does. Jamaica just sounds reggae. Australian make things
Even
short.
when they talk, it sounds like music, huh? Like
Yes,
they're rapping. the
yes.
Music.
Yeah. Every time you hear a guy talk, you go, this guy's probably a singer. Probably an artist of some sort, reggae or something. Yeah, Jamaican is the right one. Indian accent is so funny. Did you? Yeah, there's a good Russell Peters. Russell Peters is a good Canadian comedian who's of Indian heritage,
yeah.
descent, and he has good jokes about the Indian accent speaking English. Quite funny. But for overall good vibes, I think Jamaica's number one. Growing up, it was weird to learn British at school, but American from TV. Aha. Yeah, the American English is what's the most popular. It's amazing how pop culture is really the like America
Yeah.
dominates, you know?
A lot of people that we met during our travels, English is not their first language, but when we asked them, how did you learn how to speak English? TV, Netflix, TV. That's how they learn.
Yeah.
Mostly from TV.
Yeah. Which is kind of impressive.
Yeah.
I think if I could watch a TV show and put on Indonesian subtitles, can you do that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and I could see some words at the bottom. Because I have enough vocabulary, maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that from now on. I really want to learn Indonesian, but I am the slackest person ever. When it comes to actually studying, I'm the worst student there ever was. Computers and games for me. Yeah, that's still impressive.
Yes.
From some kind of pop culture
That
thing.
too.
Exactly. In Finland, I was taught Oxford English, but when you watch American or MTV, etc. Indonesian voice with English subtitle. That's how you learn. Oh, I could do that too. I was thinking English voice Indonesian subtitle.
That might be easier for you.
I think start with the way I'm saying, and then eventually level up to. Because right now Indonesian voice, I'll just miss it. It's too hard. When people speak a language quickly, you can't tell well one word ends and the next word starts. You know, when you do the language learning app, they go ba 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 ba, 3 different words. In the street, they go and you go, what was that?
Yeah, exactly. And like what Ken wrote here is you never learn it.
I never heard any of those words.
Yeah, it's not even taught in Indonesian language class.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know a single word he
It's
said.
conversational.
Yeah, that's the
Between
problem.
friends.
I gotta learn that too. Thank you, Rumba. I tried to study Bahasa Indonesia at school, but the course got canceled. Oh, bummer. After I watched the entire Fallout 4 season once, I tried it with the Romanian voices and subs. Funny, now I have to do it again and finish. Oh, you know what's so funny? The Airbnb we're in, the Netflix is still signed in from someone's account. Must have been a Romanian guy, because the name is Florin. So we're using Florin's Netflix. We have our own, but we just didn't sign out because he left it on. And we were watching Miami Beach 2. We didn't finish it yet, though. We watched Miami Beach 1, great movie. And now we're going to watch Miami Beach 2. For those who don't know, Miami...
It's a stupid movie, by the way.
Miami Beach is a stupid movie. But it's quite funny. In a stupid way. Beach, B-I-C-I, is like the Romanian spelling of like everything. I-C-I. So Miami Beach... It's a story. The first one, I kind of forget. But it's a story of a guy from like small town Romania who ends up he somehow goes to Miami and gets involved in drug dealing or something. But doesn't even know he's drug dealing. Anyway, some stupid movie.
It's true. I think countries that don't dub the English TV shows learn the language more organically. Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
true, right. I started learning Swedish and German at the same time on 7th grade. They are so similar, it was hell. Oh, that sounds awful.
Really?
That sounds hard. I mean, not awful, but just hard. Guys, recommended best TV shows. All right, everybody, hit the chat. Best TV shows. The best show ever made is Sopranos, for me. If you haven't seen Sopranos, get yourself a Pirate Bay and download all the whole seasons. Because it's only on HBO Max, I think. Sopranos is the best show ever. Next show.
Office.
Oh, for comedy, The Office. So good. American version. Sorry to the UK. But The Office, American version, so good. Breaking Bad, very good. Breaking Bad, very good. For me, the best show ever, not the best show ever, but the funniest thing to ever be created and the most quotable and the greatest thing ever is Seinfeld. Now, it's very New York show, so you might not get it so much if you're in Europe. But Seinfeld is the funniest thing ever made. For me.
That is funny.
People are loving Office US. Flight of the Conchords. Great show. And even better stand-up performances. UK version of The Office is definitely better than the US version. I've tried the UK version. I couldn't get into it. I think it's because I watched the US version, like, first episode to last episode, like, 5 times. Like, I've seen every episode of Office US 5 times, and then I went to UK version, and so I couldn't quite get into it. I prefer Curb to Seinfeld. Curb, also very good. Let's be clear. Curb is also one of the best. Also, a good show to binge. Don't sleep on Friends. Friends is a funny show, but they also do the thing that shows do, where they try to, everyone has a hug and everyone goes, "Aw." Right. So it's still a show. Seinfeld is just jokes. They have no character development at all.
No character, but the jokes are really good.
The jokes in Seinfeld are the best because they don't even try to do character development. There's no he's even improving and learning.
Even the acting is awful.
The acting isn't even good. It's just the writing is so good and the story concept is so good.
Yeah.
But also similar to Curb. Curb is also very funny. British humor is close to Finnish humor. Some bad jokes make us laugh. Fair. The first season of The Office US is a carbon copy of the British one. Oh, I see. Maybe that's interesting. And then they branched off their own style. The first season wasn't as good in the Office. Same with Seinfeld. It took a few seasons to get going, but once they got going, it was like amazing. The Office US is funny, but also the characters, the acting is so good.
Steve Carell is so good.
Steve Carell is without him, the show wouldn't be good at all. After he left, they tried to do The New Boss. Still kind of good, but Steve Carell was so much better.
Yeah.
He's so good in that show. And then Jim and Pam are amazing, and all the supporting roles. Dwight is amazing,
Yeah.
but Steve Carell was that show. He was so good.
Someone recommends Ted Lasso.
Also, good show.
We watched the first season only.
Yeah, we couldn't get any more because on Apple, right?
Yeah.
But good show. Frasier is also nice. Cool. Did you know Frasier is a spin-off of a guy from Cheers? I didn't know that for like so many years. Yeah, Frasier's not bad. I also really like, and it's more of a simple show. I don't know where you stream it on. It's not on Netflix. But King of Queens?
It was on Netflix.
Was it?
I think it's in Canada Netflix.
Canada Netflix. King of Queens is Kevin James. Queens being the place he lives in New York, so he's the King of Queens. King of Queens is a good show.
Hey, from Malaysia, I love the jersey.
Yeah.
Shamsu.
Harumau Malaya. This is my best jersey I have because my name is on the back. Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter? Be clear about this, Ivana, because this is, to me,
Both.
that's offensive. To be clear, Harry Potter is good.
We
But
just
Lord of the
finished
Rings-
watching all the Harry Potter.
We watched them all just for fun. Lord of the Rings is so good. I read all the books as a kid, and I watched all the movies, and Lord of the Rings is not even comparable to Harry Potter. Harry Potter is for children. It's good. I like it. Lord of the Rings is a deeply moving, spiritual masterpiece that touches my heart and soul and loins.
Wow.
Lord of the Rings is an incredible commentary on the way we see good and evil and how it's progressed through World War II. Do you know this? Lord of the Rings is a brilliant thing. Harry Potter is like a nice story, it's good. But Lord of the Rings is a guy who lived through the wars, and he wrote this thing about how we perceive good and evil as society and how we progress through it. It's Lord of the Rings is the top thing right now. Once every 100 years, you get something like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I should get them just to read again. I will admit, when I was a kid, I got halfway through the third one, and I just asked my friend what happened. It was so long. Just walking and walking and walking. But LOTR is a wholesome and perfect universe. LOTR is incredible. Harry with an I, Poltergeist. Harry Potter is good books. When I was a kid, I was very into Harry Potter. Oh, that's funny. When the Harry Potter books were popular in Britain, the publisher had two versions, one with the cover for kids and one with for adults, because on the commute, the adults didn't want to be seen reading a cartoony Harry Potter book.
Right.
That's funny. Yeah. Harry Potter's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is amazing. I've read Lord of the Rings in English, Finnish, and Swedish.
Wow.
Wow. A lot of words in Swedish are just an English word with ER on the end.
Is it?
Yeah, I see that in the grocery store. Clementiner. Banana.
Banana.
Clementiner. Yeah, a lot of the words. Lord of the Ringer, I bet you. Matrix or Lord of the Rings. For me, Lord of the Rings is unbeatable. If it's Lord of the Rings or anything, it's always Lord of the Rings.
I couldn't get into Matrix. I watched it in high school. It's like so boring.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an interesting story. But Lord of the Rings breaks through. I'll tell you a classic show that you don't know about, probably. And you'll love. The Prisoner from 1960s. 17 episodes. Never heard of it. Sounds interesting. Yvonne and I do need a new show because we haven't really had anything for a while. I mean, we've watched Seinfeld 10 times, The Office 14 times. LOTR or hockey. Now we're getting somewhere. In that case, I would go hockey, but LOTR is still great. This hat is ridiculous, guys. How did you guys let me wear that? Jeez Louise. Want to try it on?
No. I have my own,
All right, there you have it, everybody. Bald baby is the comment. I left a serious recommendation on Discord. Outlander. Okay,
Oh.
can do. Right now it's an hour and four. It's 140 rather. Best sci-fi TV show? I don't know too much sci-fi.
Stranger Things?
Oh, Stranger Things was pretty good, but it wasn't that good. It just had great transitions and good audio and costumes. You know what was a good show? Queen's Gambit. Big fan.
That was good.
Is it over?
Yeah. I thought they were making a second season, but it's
guess
not
not.
out yet.
Black Mirror. Man,
Oh.
Black Mirror was so good at the beginning, and now it's just lame.
Yeah, I got
Some of the recent episodes are so bad, I go, how did I like this before? But the first season of Black Mirror was so good.
Yeah.
That one San Junipero where they go into the afterlife or not. Wow, the one with the black and white with the dog with the gun. Oh, man, so good. And now Black Mirror, the one with Miley Cyrus. No offense to Miley. Listen, I'm a Miley fan, okay? I got a playlist of Miley. But that one with her was like, it was awful. It wasn't even Black Mirror anymore. It was like some weird comedy thing. Dumb and Dumber. San Junipero was my favorite. Me too, Tapio. I remember that one so well. But that first season had 3 or 4 good episodes. The one where she's trying to get likes all the time, and at the end she's screaming. That was a good one too. Good stuff, guys. Tell you what, we'll do 20 more minutes for 160, which is 3 hours. Oh no, it's not. 180 would be 3 hours.
How long have you been on?
140.
1 hour and 40 minutes?
No, it's 140 minutes. So I gotta do math. 1 hour and 20.
Okay.
We'll do 10 more minutes for an hour for 2.5. Got it.
What?
10 more minutes will be 2.5 hours.
I thought you just said it's 1 hour and 20 minutes.
No, 140 minutes.
Okay.
2 hours and 20.
Wow. We've been on for a long time.
Yeah, we're going long. We're going long today. Lucifer on Netflix. I heard of it. I heard. Yeah, my dad said the thing about Twilight Zone. He said Black Mirror is like Twilight Zone. Do you guys play computer games? Yes. Right now I'm playing Diablo still because it's the best game ever. Play StarCraft still, best game ever. I play chess online. I was playing that game, Magic the Gathering card game, free to download. But man, that game is frustrating. I had to quit. I had to unplug Magic the Gathering because I was walking around in a bad mood all day because I was playing games in the morning. So that was lame. And that's about it. Oh, I played Madden too. Of course I play Madden. NFL game. Love it. Can't get enough. Hooked. Although I've played Madden too much and now I've Disco
Florian,
at least.
I play Super Mario.
Say again?
Like Florian. Super Mario.
Super Mario. Heck of a game. Disco Elysium is the best video game ever made. Never heard of it. What's it for? Best game ever made for me is Zelda Ocarina of Time. Masterpiece. N64. Those are my peak gaming days, N64. When I was like 10. Zelda Breath of the Wild. I never played Breath of the Wild. I should get it. I could probably download it from my computer. I have a pretty strong laptop. I might be able to play Breath of the Wild. But playing a console game on a laptop is not the same as playing with a controller. Because the controller is nice. You can stand up and walk around. As you guys know, I don't sit down very well. When I was a kid playing video games, I used to run around the room with a controller in my hand. That's my technique. Nowadays I gotta sit in a chair. It's rough. Guys, join the Discord community. We have media and gamer channels. Become a member. Yeah, Alexander Patru. Promotion. The Discord, the members, is where it's at. I think I'm gonna read this new sci-fi book. I think there's a show about it too. Foundation. What is your second name, Steve and Ivana? Ivana has no second name. You know, one name.
What's the second name for, by the way?
In case your first one gets lost or dirty.
Really?
You know, get mixed up in the laundry. Use your second name.
You ever use your second name?
Never. My second name is Theodore.
I
Theodore.
think it's just for family stuff, isn't it?
I think it's a way to get more names in there.
But why?
Because people want to put more names in there.
Why?
Because it's nice. Because the father says, my grandfather was named this, we must put it. And the mother says, my great-grandfather, you must put this name. So put two names. I think that's what happened. That's my guess. My second name is Theodore. A.K.A. Ted. A.K.A. Theo. A.K.A. Theodore. After your dad. Yes, after my dad. Can we call you Ted? Permission granted. Although when you say Ted, my dad will say yes. And you'll say, not you. And you'll say him. And he'll say, that's Steve. But yes, you can't call me Ted. Permission granted.
Florence says only one name for me also.
One name. Ooh, like
There
a
you
like
go.
Madonna.
Actually, I have two names. First name and last name.
Yeah, but last name is family name. That's not yours specifically.
Yeah.
It's not specific to you.
But
It's
it's
like
not like Madonna.
no, not Madonna. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, William also has no second name either. I don't understand the reason for it.
Like McLovin. Yeah, like McLovin. Who's your ancestor? Ivana's ancestors are Chinese, but also Indonesian.
Yes, Indonesian.
They call this
Chinese.
Peranakan. My ancestors are mostly Scottish, with I think some Norwegian in there too. Actually, I think I have
Really?
Norwegian in there because
How did you
my
find out?
ancestors were kicked out of Scotland due to, and I quote, drunkenness and illegal activity, and then they were in Norway for a bit. No, did they stick together or meet some Norwegian people? I don't know, but I think it might be Norwegian in there.
Would you do that DNA test?
I would do it, but I'm a bit nervous.
Why are you nervous?
DNA on a database.
Everything's on the database already.
Not your DNA.
Maybe it is. How would you know?
Well, I don't know, but I'm not gonna give it to them on purpose. You have to be pretty drunk to get kicked out of Scotland. That's what I'm saying. Those guys were setting records, man. I don't know what they were doing, but they were up to something. But no, I did not do the DNA test. Although I think there's also Irish in there because my mom seems a bit more Irish. Where's the hat? The hat is back. I had a really good style going earlier, but then after a while I thought I'm a bit of a weirdo. My family name is Robert. My dad, brother, and grandfather were Robert. Cool. It's nice to pass names down. It kind of feels good, right? Or else, I mean, or not. You can just make a whole new name. I have friends who their kids, they made a whole new name. You never heard a name like that before.
What do you mean?
They make the name for the kid. It's the first name ever.
Oh,
It's not even like their dad is not named James. It's like something you never heard. The name is something brand new,
like Tapilini.
like Tapolini. And I go, it's kind of cool too, you know, brand new name. But I'm gonna stick. I think Yvonne and I will stick with the tried, tested, and true names. By the way,
Now, what do you think of kids taking after the woman's last name, the mom's last name?
Here we go. What do you think, Yvonne?
I think it's fine.
Oh gosh.
For me, I don't really care. My cousin took after their mom's name, surname. Look at Steve.
Ivana, if you and I are on the Titanic, right? The women and the children go in the boat. At least the least thing you could bring is my name with y'all.
So your answer is no.
Unless you want me to go in the boat because I got your name. I mean, I
I'm not
will
asking
die.
about that.
I will do the dead. I will let you go on the boat, but just put my name in there. That's a fair trade.
So
If you go in the boat
have
with
very-
the kids have your name,
so-
you got your name, and I'm dead. What the hell's the point of me?
I'm just asking. So you have very strong feelings that the kid should take after the father's surname.
I think I would prefer that.
I think you really want that, not prefer.
Well, the thing is also the reality is it's a cultural norm. So if we're gonna be the one couple to not do it, it just emasculates me even more. So you're the only guy who anyone knows who the kids don't have your name. It's even more standing out. If it was a 50-50 thing, we could talk about it. But it's a 99 to 1 thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not more. 99.9
Now,
thing.
some people take both of their parents' name and hyphenate it or something. What do you think of that?
I think I would. So I would like you to have be my last name too.
Okay.
What'd you do?
Yeah, why not?
Then which other kids have that last name?
No, but what do you think? I'm asking you.
Oh, just a hypothetical.
Yeah.
What do I think of a hyphenated last name? I don't think it bothers me. No, that's fine.
Mm.
The difference was forever the woman was never ever working, and so there was a more like I have to get the money. It was a different thing. Nowadays people are both working. It kind of all changes, you know. So I would go for. Am I getting killed in the comments? What's happening?
Saying Mitch Greg.
Mitch Greg coming soon. Steve with the most Hail Mary rationale out there with this one. I love the phrase Hail Mary rationale. Yeah, whenever you're in doubt with a woman, whenever you're having a conversation, always go to I will die on the Titanic. Because there's no comeback for that. That's the peak argument. I've used that in about 400 arguments so far. I lose every argument, but I go for that Hail Mary rationale.
Florence says Spanish people do have both parents' names.
They do that, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Spanish people have really long names.
Hyphenated
Really
names
long.
are too long. Spanish people have like 8 names.
Yeah.
But then they just call themselves when they introduce themselves, they just say, I'm Eduardo Alvarez. They don't say, I'm Eduardo Garcia, They don't introduce themselves like that. And most of them, they just scrap that and say 2 names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you go to someone's, like, all these Spanish boxers, they have 2 names. And you go on the Wikipedia page,
Cristina
and they got 9
Maria
names.
Lopez Guadalupe.
Yeah, exactly.
Perez.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they introduced with 2 names, and then when you go on the Wikipedia, they have so many names. Hi, Ivana and Steve. Go to Brazil. We're coming soon. That looks like a Japanese Brazilian.
Yeah, from Eduardo Takeshi.
Nice advice. Gonna sleep on the couch. Very proud. Steve, what kind of music do you both like? What's your music, Ivana?
I like everything. I like everything. Maybe, and don't hate me, Finnish people. Except for heavy metal, well, people are just screaming on your ears.
Yeah, that's a tough music to break into.
Right.
Some of the music in metal can be so
rhythm,
melodic.
The rhythm is good. I just don't like the screaming part.
Some of the melodies can be so great, but
Yeah.
the crunch is just so.
grunge.
Yeah. For me, my best music is like My best music is
like
like
rap.
I like rap music, but I also like CCR. The band CCR
Oh yeah.
is one of my best. Like, have you ever seen
Yeah,
Rain?
that's nice. Yeah.
CCR, that guy's voice is so good. I like rock and roll.
Yeah.
Or like the Kid Rock stuff where it's rock and roll Kid Rock is so good. Born Free is like my jam of a lifetime. But typically rock and roll / country. With hip hop in there. Shout out to Pamela in the chat.
Hey Pam.
I hope your team won in floorball. Led Zeppelin is the greatest and it's not even close. Fair point. Did you know, and I'm sure you know this, but maybe you don't. The classic Led Zeppelin song, Stairway to Heaven, 100% stolen.
Really?
Not the lyrics, but the
Melody.
that was stolen. I think you know that, Tapio. They were sued and they pled guilty. They said, yeah, take it. It's all. They stole that famous guitar lick. It's totally stolen. From a band called, I want to say Hocus Pocus. I forget the name. But yes. Anyway, Led Zeppelin is really great. True fact. Although it's a bit, the thing about Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, it's a bit too epic. Especially Pink Floyd. It's too epic. The songs are always like these incredible anthems that last 8 minutes. Sometimes you just want to hear a song. It's 3.5 minutes and it's just a song, you know? But very good stuff. I totally agree. It's very good stuff. Have you heard this year's Finnish Eurovision representative? It's not
Windows
metal.
95, man? No.
No, I didn't hear. Led Zeppelin is the best on what? Hard rock? Music is vast. Whoever says something is the best of all is probably Young from Carla. The thing about Brazilian people is they have their own version of everything. Brazilian music is a whole vast area too, which also can be very good. See, you guys have to go. Bye bye. Bye bye, Ashika.
Thanks for being here.
I like Sweet Emotion from Aerosmith. Aerosmith also good band. Also a very good band. Red Hot Chili Peppers I mentioned earlier. Also,
Well, they're not new, but they're not old. Like Green Day, like that kind of.
Green Day is good. For 3 people, they sound very full.
Yeah.
Big sound for 3 people. Steve, you are 100% wrong with Stairway to Heaven, but I'll let you have it. Oh, I was almost positive about that. There is a song that came out before that with the same lick. Talk later. I don't know. I'm over my depth here. I don't know. But I heard from my friends who play guitar that Stairway to Heaven was a stolen lick. Leonard Cohen from Canada is one of my faves. The best. Hallelujah. Okay, let's talk about best song ever. New topic, not best band. Best song ever. Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen would be in the category. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's a widely known song. Right?
Yep.
That would be up there. It was Taurus, not Hocus Pocus. Yes, Taurus. So there's something there. I'm on the track of something, but maybe it's not true in the end. That could be fake news. Sorry. Nickelback is from Canada. For a while there, everybody hated Nickelback. I thought they were pretty good. That song Rockstar by Nickelback?
I don't like them.
Whoa, we got a hater right here. Hater alert, hater alert. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, by the way.
Sum 41 is better.
Sum 41 is better than Nickelback. Wow, Ivana with a deep cut. Sum 41 also good. Bohemian Rhapsody would be one of the best songs ever. So in our best song ever categories, we got Bohemian Rhapsody has to be in there.
Queen was pretty good too.
That would be in the best song ever. Nickelback is cringe, absolute garbage. Whoa, whoa. Go listen to Rockstar by Nickelback and tell me that's a bad song. That's a good song.
I want to be a rock star.
I like that song. I'm through of standing in line. The clubs I'll never get in. That's a very relatable lyric. People hate Nickelback and Adam Sandler for no reason. Yeah, both good. I like Nickelback and Adam Sandler. Early U2, okay, interesting, and a Scottish group called Big Country, and yes, of course, Queen. Fair. Guys, hit me up with the best song of all time, but don't tell me some song no one's ever heard. I want the best song worldwide. Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing. That is a classic song. That's one of those songs that everybody knows and nobody even knows they know it. The Sultans of Swing. You know that one?
No, sing it again.
All I know is the word Sultans of Swing. It's the only lyric I got. But it is a classic song. That's one of the top songs of all time. Okay, we got Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen, Sultans of Swing, and Bohemian Rhapsody. ABBA, Dancing Queen might be in the mix. That is a classic song.
All right.
Classic song. Love it. Love it. Simple Man by Shinedown. I'll hit you back with Simple Man, the original version. By, oh my gosh, I almost forgot their name. Leonard Skinner. Simple Man by Leonard Skinner is an all-time classic song. I'll put it in the mix. The Beatles, Hey Jude. I'll put it in the mix. We should make a best song ever playlist. I would put Eminem, Lose Yourself. That's a classic song. Mm-hmm. Whether you like rap or not, that was the biggest song forever. Leonard Skinner. Tenacious D, Tribute. It's not the greatest song in the world, but it's about the greatest song of all time. Good one, Tapio. Big fan. Tenacious D, Tribute. Rebecca Black, Friday. I'm going to strike that one from the list. Unfortunately, let me check. Oh, not on the list. Where are you guys now? We're in Gothenburg. Elvis Presley, Suspicious Minds. Elvis Presley had some good ones, didn't he? But that was a bit before my time. Fun fact, Elvis Presley and I share a birthday.
Wow.
He's the king of rock and I'm the king of vlogs. No. Me and Elvis Presley, January 8th. Just fun fact for you guys. My parents used to always do that joke when I was a kid. When it was my birthday and I was like 8 years old, they'd be like, you know whose birthday is today? I'd be like, yeah. They'd be like, it's Elvis Presley's. I'd be like, no, it's my birthday. Classic joke.
Ludwig van Beethoven.
Beethoven in the chat right now? The Ninth Symphony. Florin really going for a... You talk about a classic. You talk about a classic. That is it. You're the king of Meech. Yes. CCR has so many classic songs that it would be hard to pick the first one. Have You Ever Seen the Rain is not their song. It's Marvin Gaye, but it's so good. Have You Ever Seen the Rain is my favorite song. Or Through the Grapevine is another one that's classic by them. Also Marvin Gaye, I think. But they have some really good songs, like Run Through the Jungle. What a song. Or like Fortunate Son. CCR is so good. Donation. Paul. You have only experienced 1% of the beautiful scenery and food in China. Get a long-term visa next time. We'll be sure not to visit during public holidays. Thank you so much, Paul. This Falcon is for you. Yeah, this is the plan. We're gonna go back to Canada because Ivana has a very time-sensitive condition, and then
Why you say it like it's a condition?
I'm
dying.
I just want to say something interesting about pregnant. I don't want to say she's pregnant. I want to say it a different way.
Sounds like I'm dying.
Time-sensitive condition. A lot of people call it pregnancy. That's what I said last time. That was funny. So we're gonna go back to Canada for that naturally. And when we're there, we're gonna get a visa to China, and then you'll see us coming and going. Mostly coming, but also going. But yes, we will be back to China. And you're right about the 1% thing because that place is big. China, Brazil, India, United States, these are the countries where you could do so much in them because they're so big. Australia, but not really because population is small. Canada, but population is small. Russia, but stay tuned for that. It's coming later. And then, and that's that. So yes, thank you for the donation. Visa for the child also. Does your baby need a visa to go to China?
Probably.
That is a 2-month Chinese. That is a 2-month-old spy. Oh no!
But we'll get him or her a passport first.
Yeah, get him a passport or her.
Yes.
CCR Heard of the Grapevine, amazing. Centerfield, John Fogerty. Oh, I've heard that one. I should listen to more John Fogerty. John Fogerty's voice, wow, it's good. Ghost Love Score, Live at the Wacken by Nightwish. That sounds very heavy metal. Must be. I love how Florence said Ludwig Beethoven Ninth Symphony. Oh, by the way, check this. You know the song dun 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 dun. You know the song? Dun 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 dun. You know the song?
Yeah.
That song is potentially, but maybe not, written by one of my ancestors. That guy's last name is Grieg. And my last name is Greig. My Scottish people kicked out of Scotland for drunkenness and illegal activity. Went to Norway, picked up this last name Greg with the funny spelling, changed it a bit, but that guy wrote that song from Norway. Potentially one of my ancestors. I could be musically inclined without even knowing it.
One day you should go to Norway too. Maybe you'll find some siblings, some.
Also, I got really pale skin. I could be Norwegian. I could be Norwegian.
Does Steve looks Norwegian?
Do I look Norwegian? Do I look more Norwegian or more Scottish? You don't have to prove it. We know you're a star. Clark Kent up best. Edward Grieg. Yes, Edvard Grieg. So when my ancestors went to Norway, they were the MacGregors, but they had to change their name over there to Greg, and they put it in a Norwegian spelling, but they didn't want to do Grieg. They wanted to do Greg, so they switched the IE and the EI. Something like this. I read it on Wikipedia years ago. But Edvard Grieg, potentially my dad. No, you know what I mean.
What?
You know what I mean. Are you coming to the Liga finals? Yes, April 22. Serveli, I saw Steven Seagulls in Finland. Great band. Oh, I get it. Steven Seagulls. ZZ Top got some great tunes. I believe it. Rat in the Kitchen, What I'm Gonna Do. Is that a song or a fact of what's going on in his life right now? It could be an update on what's going on in his apartment. Steve looks like a Finnish guy named Alexei Valavori. Man, there's got to be like 25 comments about that on the YouTube channel. I don't know who this guy is, but then some people said, "I don't want to offend you, but you look like this guy," and I was like, I googled him. He looks like a normal guy. I go, "Why is that offensive?"
Maybe he's a bad guy.
Maybe he's a bad guy. I don't know if he's a bad guy or not. I don't know anything about him, but more than a few people said in a gentle way, like, "Hey, maybe it's not the right time to say this, but you look like Alex Volavori." So in a roundabout way, Steve should get royalties every time Greek songs are being played. I think we should look into it because we might be retiring soon, Ivana. In the Hall of the Thunder King or something like this. In the Hall of the Mountain Troll or something like that. He isn't the greatest, Valavori. Oh, okay. That's what I heard. Something like this what I had to read between the lines. Everyone was like, I don't know. I felt like he might have said something pro-Russia or something like that. That's kind of... But I didn't really look into it. I just Googled his face. It's not a compliment to have anything in common with Valavori. Okay. I'm just out here looking the way I look, guys. Behind Blue Eyes from The Who. That's a Who song? I know the Limp Bizkit version. Still a good song. Hall of the Mountain King. Got it. Cheers.
Michael Jackson, Who Are the World.
Michael Jackson had some great music. In fact, if I was going to put a list of best songs ever, top 50, I would have put at least one Weird Al Yankovic song. Weird Al had some bangers, dude. You know Weird Al?
Yeah.
What's your favorite Weird Al song?
I don't have one.
I could name 10. Weird Al, I was a fan when I was a kid. Imagine doing a whole career just changing the lyrics of other people's songs. Amazing.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash has some good ones. Okay, we get some differing opinions on Valavori. Anyway, the politicians are mad that we are ignoring their World War III and having fun. Oh gosh. Hi, I live in Sweden, but I'm from Brazil. Cool, man. Which cities do you guys like more in Brazil? Good question, Jonathan. Ivana, take it away.
Which city? Classic São Paulo.
Ivana is a big city lady. Ivana's from Jakarta, which probably has something in common with
I also like Salvador.
Salvador is amazing for me. Rio, for tourism, Rio is, you must see Rio.
Yeah.
Rio is so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
I like Rio too. But to live, I think São Paulo or Salvador.
Salvador is like, what a place. And then I like Minas Gerais also.
For food, Minas.
We also drove up the coast. There were some good places there. Like Recife looked interesting. There was that one place. It's the capital city of a tiny state. It's called like Alacarge or something. Come on.
Aracaju.
Aracaju.
Acaraju.
Acaraju.
You got it mixed up with the food.
One of them is a food and one of them is a city. That place was so sleepy and quiet. That could be like a good place to retire. You could go there and retire.
Also smaller.
Small place, beautiful beach.
Where does I Am Family lives? Where is it?
Bahia.
I know about what city.
Forgot. Bahia.
There is Maragogi. There is
Sergipe.
Sergipe. There is
Forgot.
Balneario Camboriú.
Oh, that one's pretty interesting too.
Floripa.
I am from Rio Grande do Sul. Oh, cool. We've never been there yet. We heard good things though. We heard people in Rio Grande do Sul say "buh," right?
Yeah.
Buh. We heard that.
And good barbecue.
And good barbecue over there. São Paulo is a good place to enjoy some Japanese
Yeah.
food without having to pay Tokyo prices. True
There
fact.
you go. I love the food in São Paulo.
São Paulo is nice, but it's too big for me. Ivana's from Jakarta, which is very São Paulo-y.
Yeah.
Different type of city, but same size. 10 million people or something. For me, it's like, oh my gosh. But São Paulo is nice when you have a tall apartment with a view and you just see buildings everywhere and you go, that's a lot of
And
buildings.
they got like modern apartments with gym and everything.
Nice apartments with a gym in
It's
it.
hard to find that in Rio.
Yeah, you won't find it in Rio. Rio's got old apartments with the elevators like, this thing's about to fall. Stephen Imani, best 5 movies ever. Okay, here we go. Quick. Let me write them down. All right, I'm gonna say best 5 movies ever. Dumb and Dumber is definitely on the list. Maybe not number 1, but it's in the top 5. Shawshank Redemption in the top 5. Forrest Gump in the top 5. Catch Me If You Can. And
Life is beautiful.
no, that's for you. That movie's too sad, dude.
It is sad, but every time I watch it, I cry.
Yeah, that's why it's not on the list. And number 5, something for the kids.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Number 2, Lord of the Rings. 2 Towers. Boom. Top 5. How are you?
Life is beautiful. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings are good movies, right?
Yeah.
They're so good movies.
Lighthouse.
Do you know the movie Life is Beautiful? It's crazy. You know what though? I'm gonna take off Catch Me If You Can because that movie's totally fake. I don't know if you guys know this.
Titanic?
No, Catch Me If You Can.
I know, but...
Titanic. Oh gosh. Inception. I remove Catch Me If You Can and add Inception. Inception is one of the best movies ever made. Inception is so good. Okay, go on. I think you would like a movie like maybe the Barbie movie,
No.
or maybe Legally Blonde.
Forrest Gump. I like Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is up there as a classic movie.
I like the Family Vacation.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah.
The one in Vegas or the one in Wally World, the theme park.
They're both good.
Both good. National Lampoon's a good one. Okay, here's some from the chat. Matrix, Walk the Line, good movie. Notebook, Brother, Sun, Sister Moon, never saw it. I prefer Interstellar to Inception, also good. Godfather, also good.
Not The Godfather, but the other...
Oh, that movie's so... Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Goodfellas might be on my list too. Goodfellas is such a
Goodfellas.
good movie. What's that guy's name? The main... Ray Liotta. That guy's acting is so good. Sometimes one character, when the acting is so good, it makes the whole show or movie. Goodfellas is so good. Life is Beautiful. Was that with the Italian? Yeah, that's the guy. That must be the one. The one where it's all dubbed and it starts off so funny. He's trying to get his girlfriend, get his wife, and then they go to concentration camp and it's so sad. To be clear, it's a good movie. It's a very well done movie. Life is Beautiful. But it is the saddest thing you'll ever see. And at the end of it all, you're going to cry. Pulp Fiction is also very good. It's a bit random, but it's good. We watched it recently, actually. And also Gladiator. Great movie. Have you seen Gladiator?
Yes.
Man, that's a good movie. Really good movie. The English Patient. I never saw that one. It's in Seinfeld, though. Is that a real movie? Just a Seinfeld joke.
Which one?
English Patient. I think it's a real movie.
I don't know.
Karate Kid. Never saw it.
Karate Kid. I saw that, but it's not one of the best.
Catch Me If You Can is based on a real life psychopath. He was more amazing than in the movie. Yeah, so on the bad news is Catch Me If You Can, the story the guy told is 100% lies. That's the biggest scam he ever pulled is saying he pulled scams, which makes me not like the movie anymore. Fight Club, also a good movie. Yeah, it's funny how people Florence has 50 Shades of Grey. I'm sure he's just being funny. The Departed is a good movie too.
Oh, the Finnish like sad movies. It says liking sad and melancholic movies is so Finnish.
Blade is my favorite movie. It's a good movie. Thanks for mentioning my choice. It's a film from Saint Francis of Assisi. I never heard of that one. The Pink Panther movies for a laugh. Cool. Damn, Steve, you don't know fashion or movies.
Is that Carla?
Yeah. Unironically, Wall-E is a great one. Actually, that's a good point. Some of those movies are good, those cartoon movies. I can even go for Lion King or Bare Necessities. Come on, that's got to be in there. The Secretary is greater than 50 Shades. It's the OG movie. I think these are almost pornography movies.
I don't know that one.
50 Shades of Grey? I don't know. Yeah, Frank Abagnale was tricking people with the story of him being a con artist, which in a way is the ultimate con. Yeah, true. He's such a good con man that he never actually did any con tricks, but everyone thinks he did. Wolf of Wall Street is also a good movie. Black Hawk Down, good movie. Oh, a good war movie. In my list, okay, in your list, you want a comedy, you want a drama, you want a war movie. I don't have a war movie on my list. Black Hawk Down is a good war movie. What's that one? Oh my gosh, have you seen this movie? It'll wreck your life. It's called All Quiet on the Eastern Front. Remember that movie? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Man, that is a good movie, but it is brutal. All Quiet on the Eastern Front. I think it's a German movie, but it's in English. It's in English or then? No, I think it's in German.
German, I think.
It might be subtitles. But All Quiet on the Eastern Front is like one of the most cinematically beautiful movies ever. But man, it's sad, dude. Good movie though. Ivana, how you feeling? How's the pregnancy going well?
Yes, feeling good. Well, Isa also said if you need any tips on Denmark, she got plenty.
True fact, she just got back. Thanks, Isa. Ivana told me this morning, she said she's never been this pregnant her whole life. I said, wow. Tomorrow, same thing.
How many countries have you traveled to? And what city are you in right now? We traveled to maybe, we don't count, maybe 40 to 50 countries? Close to 50?
Something like that.
Close to 50 maybe?
You gotta count right now? Oh god, that'd take an hour. It's not worth it. It's boring. Boring live stream.
And what city are you in? We're in Gothenburg, Sweden.
Barton Fink by the Coen Brothers. Coen Brothers make good movies. So I never seen that one, but I'm sure it's good. Please explain to the old lady what OG means. Carla, OG means original gangsta. And people use it like, if it's the OG, it's like the original version. So like, what would be a good example of something that's OG? Like if, how would you explain OG? Like, what's a good example of something that's OG? Like if somebody says, oh, I love The Dark Knight with Batman in it. You can say, I like the OG Batman, which is some actor from the 60s. Who's OG Batman? Val Kilmer or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The OG is the old school one. Carla, you're an OG for us. Yeah, like Carla's been a member for 2 years now. So Video Mark is a new member from last week. Great member. But Carla's OG member. See what I mean? The OG Dune movie is the bomb. I never saw Dune. Donnie Brasco, if that's what I meant. If you like gangster movies. Donnie Brasco is good, but it's hard to deal with Al Pacino's fake New York accent. But it is Al Pacino and Leonardo DiCaprio, which two of the best. OG James Bond. Sorry. That's what I meant to say. Sean Connery. That's the OG James Bond. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I used Batman as my example. I meant to say Sean Connery. Godfather is an OG mafia movie. Yeah, Godfather is a good movie. This is how we do it. OG Kush too. Tomorrow she'll be even more pregnant than before. Yeah, every day is a new record for Ivana. Most pregnant she's ever been.
No, because I finally, like, it's actually showing now. That's why I said it.
English is not my first language, so I don't catch the fake accent. That's fair. In that case, and what's good about Donnie Brasco movie is it's a true story. It's a totally real story of a guy who infiltrated the mob and then turned on his friends, and they still kind of stayed friends. His friends didn't believe it because he was such a good undercover agent. Good movie. Okay, guys, I'm out of things to say. 180, that's 3 hours, dude.
Yeah, wow.
3 hours and 40 seconds. Wow. Ba, 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 ba. So they say Al Pacino is such a good actor. They say Scent of a Woman is a good movie. I've never seen it. But I know he goes, hoo, ha. But I've never seen it. They have everybody 3 hours. This is like, Carla, this is like an OG live stream. The old 3 hour. Remember the old 3 hour live streams?
Yeah.
We used to do some 5 hour live streams back in the day. Oh my God.
No, we don't. Only once.
One time we did a 5 hour live stream. All right. So this was a blast from the past. 3 hour lava streamer.
Thanks for everyone for being here.
This
with us.
week we got Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday videos. So Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 5 videos this week. So you want to call me lazy? You say I never do nothing? I make 5 videos for you, man. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and later.